Yo, 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 yo. We are back again, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Episode 28. Did I get it right this time?
Yes, you did, sir.
Oh, look at me. I'm getting better. Episode 28.
Yay!
You already know what it is. It's the Grind Podcast. Oh, no, wait. The Grind Show.
Yes, sir.
Someone's like,
yes.
The Grind Show, ladies and gentlemen.
We back. We here, y'all. We here.
Once again, it's the Grind Podcast. I'm one half of the host. My name is T-Tank. You already know.
T-Tank.
And to my right of me is my other co-host.
It's your boy, AJ180, baby. Actually, it's 360 now. It's St. John's 33. And I might change it again because I got an alias name, right? Alias?
We gonna change this nigga name to Mr. Love. Shit, he acting like this in this bitch. He got all of that, right?
I'm about to make a new one, y'all. I'm about to make a new one.
Oh, goodness.
And it's a very special one.
Yes, very special.
We have two of our good friends on the pod.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I've been trying to get them on the pod for
a good minute now, right?
A good minute.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, they here.
We here now.
We have the one closest to me, Naciya.
Hey, can we get some round of applause? Can we get some applause?
Let me not disrespect.
Not disrespect. She got mad at me in my name. Don't get the name wrong, y'all.
Yeah, don't spell it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Put some respect.
Put some respect on her name.
And we have
my best name.
The star Dailey on the.
Whoa, wait a minute! Why y'all giving a whole minute?
Oh, well, should we do
It's fine.
Should we do the middle name?
You don't know that one.
No, okay.
You will never
we can get the middle name. Huh?
You will never.
You don't need it now.
Y'all need it. Y'all would give my
like, here comes
name up to the police.
Anna Nicole Star Dailey. Number is favorite
504 tattoos.
We're gonna start giving out the governments.
But yeah, I guess y'all can.
Where your ID card?
It's hidden.
But I'm gonna start off like this real quick, just a little bit. And start off with a little music.
Oh, we get some tunes. I was wondering where the tunes was.
Man, don't ever doubt it.
You guys know I love the vibes.
Hey, shout out to Ab Solo.
Hey,
yeah.
He just released some new shit.
You know what we came to do? You know what we came to do?
I'm in a league of my own. Y'all need to leave it alone. I'ma just eat everything. I'ma just leave you the bones. Call it an even exchange. There ain't no need to explain. Yeah, it should be overstood. Like when I hop on a plane and I fly over your hood. Y'all should be knocking on wood.
I might have to turn on that fan, bro. It's hot.
I'm good.
Let's see if I can keep it on one.
Fuck out my face.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll be alright.
Fuck out my face.
A little air.
Fuck out my face.
When I start drinking, my body get hot, you know?
Oh, my mama and my
Right.
makes me slide. Yeah, I take a slide.
Fuck out my face. Yeah. Keep them other vibes on the other side.
Shout out to Absol. I'm so happy he finally got something out.
Basic to basic. I'm basically one in infinity. Back to the basics. My friend is my enemy.
Yeah.
Smoke like a chimney.
I like how my hat just kind of like cuts the brim like that. I like that.
Signature Jones look, right?
Alright, you know what I'm saying? Feeling it.
Fuck out my face.
Hey.
UFO or a UFO, either way, you in my space.
Do y'all like dudes who wear hats a lot, or y'all prefer like the hair out?
Niggas stuck on demon time.
It depends. Are you high? You could be Neo in it out here, you know. That whole head with the
That Neo though, that Tory Lanez.
I was Absol. Shout out to Absol.
That DJ Envy.
That's some fire. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't listen to it a lot. It's pretty fire. But yeah, like I said, we have none other than Naciya and Star on the pod today. Man, we couldn't be happier. Let me give y'all another round of applause real quick.
Golf clap.
No,
But I'm about to talk my shit. Don't lie on us. Don't make it seem like you're trying to get us on here for a long time, because y'all could not.
It was season one we was trying to.
Y'all cannot
right?
get y'all scheduling together.
Well, yeah.
So then y'all put that on us.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't y'all. It was us.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
For
Because
sure.
when he dropped it, I was like, wait, we was ready. Yeah.
They stay ready. Stay ready. Right?
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Stay ready and don't get ready.
Good
All
one.
right. Well, this is how we're gonna kick this off. Ladies, tell us about yourselves. Who is Naciya and who is Star? Y'all can go first. Whoever goes first.
Naciya.
Oh my God. See,
Each
I
right
am
goes
a Libra who loves long walks on the beach, expressing personal feelings, eating food.
I feel like you're reading off like a dating app.
she's checking off her checklist.
Checking off her
horoscope. Horoscope. That's her zodiac. Shout out to the Libra gang though out there. You already know.
Y'all calm down. It's not y'all turn.
Just saying. I didn't know that.
Anyways, who is Naciya?
Shout out to all y'all Libras.
Naciya is that girl next door, keeps to herself, yet adventurous, catch her out, traveling, eating good, and with good company. And always striving to improve herself.
Always.
Always.
I feel that. Who is Star?
You want the truth or the lie? I'm just playing.
You can't handle the truth. What was that movie? A Few Good Men?
I'm goofy as fuck. Let's for all y'all who don't know.
Yeah, she's really funny.
As hell.
She's really like funny, not just like, but she's legit funny.
He keeps telling me I need to, do stand up or something.
Better than some of these so-called feminists.
Oh, we're not going to speak on that. We're not going to do that today.
Are you that Desi Banks fire or that Drewski fire? Funny.
I'm my own type fire.
Only funny. Okay.
I'm just me. I ain't trying to, be like nobody else.
Cause that Drewski is funny as hell. And Desi Banks, that nigga cracked me up too, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They be giving me guts, bro.
So Star is goofy.
Yeah.
What else?
I'm hardworking. I'm a mama too. What else? I mean, there's so much. I can be your best friend.
No, you can't. She's not
Well, wait a minute. Wait,
do you want to take this outside?
Hold on. Wait, this is new.
I did my push-ups for this. I'm ready.
Naciya's best friend.
I'm like, please continue.
Oh no, she continues.
No.
Observe.
You gotta watch her because she might catch you. Look at the face.
She's right next to it, so I gotta
Be careful.
Say it again.
Don't let that
Move this out the way. Say it again.
She'll whack you with that shit.
I don't want the smoke. I promise. All right. Well,
yeah. Misunderstood most of the time, though. I would say.
I've known these special ladies for a while, and I've seen the growth. They've seen me grow. Down times, hard times, great times, moments, a lot of moments celebrated. Probably won't get into. Y'all probably hear a story or two, maybe, if y'all lucky. If not, just look on Patreon. But yeah, how did y'all? I have a question. Like, how did y'all become best of friends? Like, what's the story behind that?
You remember?
That is a good question.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
I want to see what you're gonna say.
I'll tell the truth.
So how I met Star,
Your perspective.
at least my perspective.
Got you. I heard.
So we have a lot of mutual friends. And I used to have friends that would come to me and bring up stories of Black people, and they're like, oh yeah, such. And then, also Star was there. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. And they're like, you don't know Star? No, I don't know who Star is. Oh man, you're going to meet her one day. So I always told that both multiple people. One day, a former friend of mine, of ours, hit me up one time. I was like, hey, you want to come over and hang out? I got a couple people.
Yeah, we do. You know exactly who the former friend is.
Oh.
You know exactly who it is.
You sound like that. But anyways.
Shut the fuck up.
But yeah, asked me to hang out. So I showed up, and she was sitting there next to him, and she was playing music, and she had a great selection. Finally introduced each other to each other, and I don't know. After that, I think we probably came across each other a few more times, and then exchanged numbers, and the rest is history.
You know what's so okay? So, you go, and then I'll say what I. Anyway, you go.
Well, no, she was right at that part, and then it was me and 2 other former friends coming to Low, which you smoke. Let me rephrase.
Smoke weed.
Because some of y'all. Let me switch that up. It's legal now, so I can speak it. We'll come, smoke at a spot. So eventually, like.
Those sound nice.
But see, that was my thought. I'm like, I thought y'all just like broke bread over some weed or something. And like,
honestly, a lot of people.
No, we did. The first time we met each other, we did. The first time we met each other, we did.
Think about how many people you met just from smoking a blunt together, and it's like.
Oh, but I don't always continue friendships off that though. It depends on your vibe.
You might meet a few people just smoking.
Oh, definitely. We definitely bring people together.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's decent, and y'all just been rocking with each other ever since, right?
Got them on my kids and everything. So yeah,
that's dope, man. Round of applause for that true friendship. Hold on, real quick.
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
We did the anniversary date. I don't think we
should, huh? First we need to capture the anniversary.
I really think that's special though, because I always hear like, I don't really get along with girls. I more so get along with guys more. And yada yada yada. For whatever reason, girls just don't get along with each other. I've seen it even in the workplace.
It's the cattiness.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Not y'all, but women.
Women, yes.
But so it's great because when I hear it all the time, it's great to know that like even since back then, and y'all still like this. So y'all true to that. And
salute.
Yeah, no, it's like
I think that ties into maturity. And being secure with yourself and being able to be vulnerable with others. I've had friendships like that where I've trusted women and the friendship just wasn't working out. And it was just because of the tensions weren't pure. There was a lot of conniving things that were going on. So yeah, it does make you want to kind of be like, nah, I'm cool. I'm just kick it with guys or I'm going to be to myself. But no, when you work on yourself and you know exactly what you can and can't tolerate and you start exuding that and start setting your boundaries, you're going to come across people that are going to respect that and want to stick around.
Preach out.
Amen.
That's decent.
Amen. I love it. A lot of girls do be saying that, like, sometimes they don't like kicking it with girls, so they'll hang out with more guys.
Yeah. And the thing is, they get a lot of shit for that. And it's funny. They're like, oh, you a hoe because you hang around dudes. Like, no, it's like, I know when I hang around y'all, like I've been around y'all, man, I done seen some shit. So it's like being around y'all, like people be like, oh, you got guy friends? Like, yeah, I never did nothing with them. I get along with them more because the vibe is right. We can talk about anything. No one's feelings are going to get hurt. No one's going to take things the wrong way and things like that. With girls, you can say something and they go completely left. Like, what you mean, bitch? What? And it's like, it's not even like that. I'm just really trying to talk to you and have like a grown conversation. And you're
you can get backhanded compliments and you can get or you kind of get the sly look as opposed to like, at least like the guy friends that I've kept around, they're more like they're a part of my support system. So I can tell you something and it won't be like a half-ass compliment or something that's like a jealousy. They'll tell me like, oh, that's what's up, sis. That's good. Or they'll be like, you sure you want to make that decision? Because, from my perspective, blah, 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 blah. And they'll actually give you some insight on it. You're kind of like, oh, I didn't even think of it like that.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
As opposed to, girl, I mean, go ahead and do what you want. I wouldn't, but hey.
It is a lot of that, though.
I think, for me, that's what I appreciate about like friendships, whether it's from like girls like you and like my guy friends, because it's not like a yes man or yes woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I can present a problem or I need advice on something, and I feel vulnerable enough to tell it all. And so like they'll give me something, but they'll also look at what I'm doing. Like it's this is happening today.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
But and I don't have to take offense to it. or be offended, like, because I'm coming to you as a close friend. I'm looking for the real,
Right.
like, and I'm a straight shooter, so you can tell me, and I respect you. Like, don't sugarcoat things or nothing like that.
You want constructive feedback,
Right.
Yeah, like, and I only trust that with very select few. So, and I'm grateful to have guys and girls as friends because I get both perspectives on a lot of things, and I feel like I need that to fully understand like the situation and what's going on, whether it's with somebody I'm talking about or with me that I don't see that they see in what I'm telling them. So I just appreciate having like
A balance.
the balance of it all for sure.
Do y'all like for women? Y'all don't trust a lot of women, huh? Like, do y'all? Like, cause like, why do women like be beefing?
They don't even be women. It's hard to trust people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't trust a lot of people, man. Or woman.
It used to be to the point where it'd be like, oh, women gossip a lot, and guys, they got bro code, they keep it solid. But now there's men that out there that turn around and talk just as much as women.
Sure.
And they'll come to me, oh man, sis, let me tell you,
Tell them talking passionate. You mean?
OJ did it.
I'll just be interested. Like I'm observative. So when I see like some women who hang out with more dudes, I'll be like, okay, that's cool. It's whatever. Sometimes she's one of the guys a little bit. It's chill. But I always wonder like why don't some of those women don't want to hang around a lot of the other women.
It could have just been personal experience and what they've endured. It could have been childhood traumas from women that they've experienced in their family. All that could tie in, and then just growing up and just not really being able to build strong relationships with other women. It makes you divert either, like I said before, to yourself or to the opposite sex. But all right, I'll just surround myself with
with guys and just you feel more comfortable.
You don't have to worry about that.
Well, niggas, we be like, we chill. We ain't tripping.
Unless they want to fuck you. Then that's different.
Well, that's different.
Because that's different too.
Oh, yeah.
You got the ones that want to play like they're the homie, but they wait for that one moment like, hey, little mama.
Go ahead and let you tell me your problem.
Yeah, you already know that. I'm sure that play's been ran a few times.
But you just got to be smart enough to catch that shit.
But I did wonder that because it's I just seen it. You know what I mean? It's kind of interesting to me.
I feel like a lot of girls run it like high school. Like some girls can't make thoughts on their own, so they run in a pack, and it's like, okay, this person has a thought process, she run the show. So if I'm beefing with this person, you got to beef with this person. And it ain't even that type of party. You might actually be cool with this person, but because your loyalty is to that person, you automatically are like, well, I don't rock with that person either. Yeah. Because real shit, it's me and her, the way we are. It's some people that she rock with that I really do not like, but it's like out of respect for her, if we're in the room, I'm gonna be cordial. I'm not gonna, but I don't fuck with you. Like
so
I know how I am.
So I would never put her in a position to make her feel uncomfortable like that. I'd just be like, all right, you don't fuck with that person, so we just gonna keep this separate.
Yeah, I feel like I can see that, and I like that. You're mature enough to be able to do it, but some girls are not able to do that shit. And then all the beef starts, all the commotion, and then now we all up in Royal Rumble 12.
Right. But I feel like your friends should be able to be friends with whoever they see fit. Because certain people bring certain things to their life that you might not be able to bring.
It may not be personal. It might be good networking. It might be business, and you don't want to affect that business. That'd be somebody's money.
And that's taking her. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, don't talk to this person because they can help her. It's a couple of people I know.
So it's a maturity thing.
Definitely, but not everybody's at that level yet.
So even
talk about it.
Even in the 30s, like I'm in the 30s. I don't know.
We all in the
30s.
Somebody got his birthday coming up. Talk
about it. But I just pay attention.
I'm like, who you?
I just try to pay attention. So that's why I was just wondering, like, because I see it a lot. Like, they do all the cattiness and like, why y'all beefing? Like, we all chilling, we all drinking and shit. Like. What's the problem? And so all of a sudden something pop up. And if y'all ever been to a party and shit, it's usually the girls who start that shit first. and then the guys get into it because they're like, oh, it's my girl or something, whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Because it's petty stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody bumping into somebody look at you funny, bitch. What is you staring at? You see that bitch just looked at you.
Exactly.
It'd be like that because when you like party and we be strolling or doing a thing and another frat's girl it's I've been in that position. Like,
well, yeah, you know how that go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't.
It's not our fault. Like, do better.
Well, not even do better. It's be more secure within your relationship. You know what I mean?
Your chick chose me.
That's a whole nother conversation.
I mean, how many topics are we touching on tonight?
How much time do we have?
So yeah, this all what I want to ask because a lot of friendships, most of my friendships that I have now were centered around Cal State San Bernardino. Shout out again.
Yodies.
I feel like we always do that, bro. We always shouting out to Cal State.
Because Cal State is lit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
It's
almost like the wood, like it's where everything started. Like, that shit's crazy. Let me ask you.
CSU, USB, represent.
Ask everybody. Is Cal State like your first choice destination you want to go to?
No.
Also, because not anybody's. There we go.
That was one of the options.
I actually wanted to go out of state.
So how did?
Nice.
So how did you end up there? What happened?
Just tell the story.
Yeah.
Persuasion with my mom. So I actually wanted to go to down south. I was either going to go to Georgia State or Mississippi because I have family out in Mississippi, and I did apply.
Wow.
And
I love that.
My mom was just pretty much like, you got family out here, like how am I supposed to take care of you? And, I'm worried about you being out of state and, pretty much me not being under her supervision so she can take care of me and make sure I'm okay.
Gotcha.
So I was like, all right.
The support system.
The support system.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'll enroll, got accepted to Cal State, went, got accepted and started enrolling. And then she moved on me.
By house, what?
How? To Washington? Like, what?
She moved all the way upstate.
Well, first she moved to Bakersfield, and then she moved, and she like slowly away. I'm like,
either way, she moved out of here. So
Yeah.
she said,
Where was that supposed to be?
Bakerfield's still kind of close, like maybe an hour.
Hour
And a half? What? Hour and a half? 2 hours?
I used to drive that every other weekend. That's like 3
Victorville,
hours.
Apple Valley.
No, that's Barstow.
Barstow. Oh, Barstow. That's what I'm thinking.
Barstow.
Okay.
You like driving past.
So you think
Northern California?
Yeah. Okay. So
like towards Lancaster.
So what? 2-3 hours.
3 hours.
Okay.
So what about you, Star?
But hold on. Wait. So once she went to Bakersfield and went to Washington, she thought that she was your support system, right?
Yeah,
So
she expected me to travel with her. And I was
Mhm.
like, nah, I pretty much already have my life set here. Like, I'm going to finish what I want to do.
Stay
so
Because
you have me here in school. I'm not staying in school.
You already enrolled. And this is when you were a freshman?
Yeah.
Okay. So when did she move to, what's it called? Washington?
I think my sophomore year.
Sophomore year?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, was you like, okay, I'm gonna stay here and just ride it out, or was you just...
Yeah, I said I'm staying here and ride it out. She was like, well, if you want support and you want help, you can always come up to Washington.
Washington. Was it Washington State University?
Yeah.
Or Washington
That
University?
or I think there's another university, Gonzaga.
Oh, Gonzaga's up there?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Hey.
Really?
So
and that's exactly what I said. No, I'm good.
And you're just like, no,
I'm gonna stay here.
So what? Besides the move, what else like kept you here? Like
my foundation that I already built. I was already in school. I was already working. I already had my network of people. I had my support system as far as family that I do have out here and friends. So I was kind of already set. It was just more so me molding myself to be responsible enough to handle myself on my own. Yeah. And that took, life choices and decisions personally for me.
When did you start college? Like what age?
17.
Phew, sound like the 17-year-old gang. We a lot of Libra gang. I started school at 17 too. I remember my I always go into college shit. When I know, right? So I remember when I went into the dorms. I was 17 still. On my 18th birthday, I remember the white homies. They was like, "We gonna take you to the strip club. We gonna take you." These niggas never took me to the strip club, bro.
Wait, hold on, wait.
But I just remember that. But they did give me some shit that Jaeger.
Oh,
This is the first time I ever experienced Jaeger. Yeah, the Jägermeister. So it's the first time I ever experienced Jaeger was my white homies.
You still
when I first
talk
started. No.
Okay.
They were John, all that.
Shout out to the white homies.
Yeah, shout out to the white homies. Yeah. But it's just funny to me. But yeah, okay. I like that.
Star, I want to know about you.
I don't know what to say. Switch that I had no business saying.
Go ahead and say it. This is a grind show.
Wait.
Go ahead and say it.
Wait. Thanks for reminding me, my friend. Let me put a disclaimer.
Oh yeah, please.
We got disclaimers. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the first.
I put my glasses on.
No.
Take it back up.
This is serious.
Okay.
This is serious. Not even a joke. We appreciate our audience. We don't know exactly where it comes from. There's no names next to our viewers. We appreciate it all. Whether you viewed it, downloaded, you retweeted, all social media, you came up to us directly. We appreciate it all because we are still up and coming.
Yes, we are.
And we are very appreciative of it. And we work very hard on our podcast.
We do.
So we never know who's looking, and we're growing.
And we appreciate our guests too, for real.
Having said that, if you are looking to look at this podcast for any hate, negativity,
has there been any of that?
Illegal stuff, talking mess, using what we say on this platform
y'all niggas up, bro.
against us or any of our guests. I just want you to know that this is a very honest podcast, and we make sure we come correct when we are on this podcast, and we are very thoughtful for what we say and what we do. This is not for anybody's clout, anybody's hate, anybody's negativity. None of that shit, right?
Period.
So if you are listening, whoever this is,
Lord,
if you got a problem with this podcast or whoever is on this podcast, find another one.
Disclaimer.
Find another one. We don't use things to harm people. We don't say things to offend people. Most of the time, we talking about our grind, and our guest grind, and your grind, and we're telling our truth.
Amen.
Start your own podcast. Do something better. Get a career. Get a job. Not too much time on your hands if you sitting here worrying about what we doing on our podcast.
Message.
Hey, talk your shit, nigga. Talk your shit, nigga. Talk your shit.
I'm trying to be the ad.
I mean, that's just
Talk your shit.
But at the end of the day, man, this podcast at the end of the day, this podcast is to show love. It's to inspire. It's to educate. It's to motivate. It's not none of the hating things or to hate on nobody or clout or take something to be mad or take shots, even though we probably do sometimes. But anyways,
that be you, Tyler. I don't never take shots, bro.
Guilty. But yeah,
unless it's a drink.
But overall, that's what this podcast is about, man. And we just, again, appreciate the ones who do rock with us for the right reasons. And we going to continue going whether you like it or not.
Right? The grind don't stop.
The grind don't stop.
It really don't.
And that's just what it is. Yeah, you know.
I like that one. Take that. That's that Diddy right there, I think.
Yeah. But continuing on, just have to put that disclaimer.
I'm about the young King Combs.
How did you get? Because I just can't get this out. How did you get your start in Cal State?
That was never my plan. I was lazy. I didn't want to put in like university applications. So with the grades I had, no. I didn't feel like writing a mission statement.
Did you want to go to college? Did you have
No, I wanted to go to college. I just didn't feel like writing
the
essay. I just I'm
Gotcha.
Personal statement.
Oh God, I was like, no.
You only have to do one. You can send it to like all 20 of them.
No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
My GPA was high enough that I didn't have to worry about SAT scores or anything like that. I just admitted
she's smarter than you average.
Yeah, for y'all that don't know, I'm ghetto, but I'm smart too.
Don't let
intelligence.
Don't let
it fool you. Exactly.
Sí, yo hablo español también.
What? Yo aprendo español.
Sí, mi nombre es Estrella.
Hey, y'all don't know what it is. Look it up, dummies.
Muy bien, señorita.
Google Translate.
Oh, see?
But no, so I was just like, let me just not worry about mission statements and just apply to like all these Scout states. And I pretty much got into all of them.
So basically, like, this is below me and I'm late. So
yeah, no, not below me. I just didn't feel like it, and I knew that I didn't have to worry about SAT scores, ACT scores, or anything like that as long as I had a 3.5 or up.
Okay.
So I was cool.
Wait, what year did you go in?
06.
Okay. Gotcha, 'cause I'm like,
I've never seen Star on campus, y'all.
I didn't either till
I was like,
I seen Naciya.
you have to catch me when you catch me. Like, I was out.
I
was, around. You would hear about me. You just wouldn't put a face with a name until you saw me.
That's how
and it's
was.
crazy how people, like the
true.
stories that people would come to me with, like, I heard about you. I'm like, what'd you hear?
What's the craziest thing that?
Yeah, I want to hear some college stories.
Like that someone heard.
I want to hear some college.
Well, I mean,
stories.
this was somewhat true, but it was partial.
You don't plead the fifth.
No, I'm gonna tell the truth. Okay, so a friend. Okay, I'm not using names.
Wow.
I don't want to throw everybody out here.
I don't want to bleep nothing out.
You and
I'm not.
If you say it, I'm just gonna bleep it out.
No, I'm not gonna speak. I'm not naming names. So a friend of mine had a party. And two of my friends at the time did some stuff they had no business doing and kind of like broke her toilet. And she kind of like kicked everybody out her house or whatever. And this particular set of friends that she had was really thirsty and wanted to get inside her house because there was some fraternity dudes and other people in her house and they was trying to get chose that night. And then they were making up different stories about coming to get their stuff. So one of the girls kept trying me and was like, "Oh, you ghetto bitch," and da-da-da-da-da. Now you know how I am.
Yeah.
When I want you, I'm gonna try to get you. So y'all know I'm scared of heights, but at this particular time, I really didn't care. So I almost jumped off the homegirl's patio. So I can
see that like a Superwoman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
One of the homies had to snatch me and was like, "No, sorry, you're not about to do that."
Flying punch.
So I didn't care because it was like, all right, we gonna do the same standards now. Like
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I'm not.
We in the trees with it.
Anything like
we
that.
In the trees.
I can show you ignorant. I just she needs to know. Like, I'm not about to fuck around with you. Fuck around and find out. Like, that's what it was. One of them nights. And I was lit that night too, so I really just didn't care. And then she went around and told everybody, like, I tried to fight her, and oh my gosh, she jumped off the balcony. Like, I didn't jump off yet. Like, I was close. Like, it was real close, but I didn't get to. Somebody grabbed me.
Let me get you, Mama Naruto.
That's what I'm. That's a story. That's like partial of the story was true.
So did you connect?
I didn't get to jump over. She lived on the upstairs. That's what I'm saying. Like I had to literally. I was going to jump
climb.
Over.
You had to climb.
I wasn't going to climb. I was going to politely put one leg over and the other one and jump.
Okay.
I have long legs. She was chilling upstairs. Yeah, y'all just gonna leave
her.
Salud, my brother. Ooh.
Y'all don't judge me though. That's in my younger years.
We didn't have stories on stories. That's what it's about. So what'd you learn from that?
That's the real question.
What I learned from that, which I still didn't learn that lesson. I did that.
Well then.
So it wasn't the first time.
My anger was back then was like through the roof. So I had to really teach myself not to allow people to take me there because I would really start making reckless decisions for everybody.
So your anger was a huge thing for you, like kind of coming up, growing up.
Fuck you, Tyler.
Well, Tyler know you. I don't know you.
I don't know what thing. I'm just a man over here enjoying.
But you guys are closer than.
Like
Yeah, I struggled with it growing up.
I struggle with anger.
They tried to put me in anger
Y'all
management
close.
like
Her
in grade. I only went for the
Your
snacks.
People don't know this, but I had a lot of.
You're there first.
As long as you know.
People don't know this, but I had a lot of anger in college. Like I used to be like shadow boxing myself, punching trees. Like I used to get drunk and just be mad. And, you know, it was stimulating from something in my past, which is, you know, a pops and everything and all that good stuff. Well, I can't call it good stuff, but you know what I mean? Like it was coming from somewhere and I had to pinpoint that. But I would never like try to fight. I wasn't jumping off.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like I got a big heart, so I'm not gonna like try to take my anger on somebody.
Someone say you take it upon yourself.
Yes, exactly. So I would be like, you know, fighting myself in a sense, and you know, it was
like an eternal battle.
Yeah, exactly. And it would really be, you know, my friends used to always this nigga AJ a boxer. Like I actually box now, but I used to be like punching trees, like shadow boxing. Like what's wrong with this nigga?
Yeah.
Like you know, because like we all turning up, and we at a party, and it's like you know I was fighting demons within myself, and you know that's why I asked you that because I'm like how did that like affect you? You know, on your come up, like was it a detriment or did you like you know actually get some KOs or you know what I mean like how did it affect you?
I didn't really get to like
how many rounds
do anything. Like it was just me angry at the time. It was like I had to go cool off after the fact because she got scared to live. But
did you end up in like places and, like
just in life?
Yeah.
I have let's just say I don't have a record. You know,
that's
for
good.
all of those out there. Like,
that's good. Hey.
I don't have a record. But no, like
you're free.
I just try to.
Man, I wish I could say the same.
Back then, I didn't care about a lot. Like,
like
I just didn't like. I think too, I had a lot of anger issues that stem from a lot of things because a lot of people don't know I was bullied growing up. So coming and I having a lot like. I had really bad teeth problems, and my mom couldn't afford certain shoes or things like that. So growing up, I would always get talked about. So my friends would have to be the ones to defend me. Until a certain point, I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm not about to allow nobody to keep talking about me. No one's about to put their hands on me. I just can't do it." So at that point, it was just like, "Well, fuck it. You got a problem? We can run.
We can run it."
It was a boy. You a boy? You got a problem? You want to go outside? Like I didn't care what your gender was.
Oh, so you be fighting niggas?
I beat a boy up in high school.
What? Okay.
But
you brave.
No, I just didn't. My whole logic was you bleed like I bleed. Like you're a man, she's a woman, but we all bleed. We all eat. Like there's nothing that you're gonna say or do to me that's gonna put any fear in my heart. That's just how I operate.
I noticed that women are very fearless, man. I seen some
women
shit.
are more crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like
they really
go there.
They really go there. Like they don't have no. I don't know. Like I mean,
why are y'all feel so fearless? Like what is it?
You got to remember. Well, I come from a single home or a single parent home, so my dad died when I was 5 years old, so I never really had that father figure until we had a stepdad. So when you watch your mom literally struggle, she's being superwoman, she's providing, she's going to work, she's doing all of that. That's all you know. So me growing up, ending up in the same predicament, being a single mom, I had to make sure my kids didn't see this. We struggling, but you won't know that. This is going on. That's what's going on. So you automatically have this hard shell that's put up and this strength that everyone thinks you have, but you have no choice because you can't be strong. You can't show weakness because someone's watching you. Yeah. And then you have nobody. Sometimes you don't have someone to be vulnerable with. So behind closed doors, you're breaking down and things like that because there's no one to talk to, or someone may say they understand and they hear, but they not really.
They're not really there.
Yeah. So when you don't have that support system, you have that strong interior. And I tell people all the time, like, I'm really nice. A lot of people go, oh my gosh, she's so mean. I look mean. I'm one of the nicest people you will ever meet as long as you don't cross me.
Star is definitely the type of person like she doesn't. I think one misconception about Star is like she just reacts. It's not like her. It's not her just wake up one day and just want to start some stuff. Yeah. She just reacting to the same energy that she gets. If you, whatever energy you give her, she's going to give you. That's simple as that.
That makes sense.
So when you see her, or if you happen to catch her, maybe you should ask, what did
you need to check yourself.
Right. What did he or she do? Because she's not that person. She don't even want to be. She don't wake up just
wanting to be the hardest motherfucker out here.
She don't wake up.
I'm out here, cuz. What's good?
Yeah.
What's good?
So everything everything about her is a reaction to whatever it is. That's what it is.
I think a lot of people do react to their circumstances, situations, and all that. But there has to be a point where you have to be where you don't react and you're the cause of stuff, whether it's good or positive. I always tried to live my life. I say good or positive, good or bad. Always tried to live my life like I'm never the reactor. I always want to be the cause.
Growth for that.
Yeah,
that's the grind of it all, bro. Like,
yeah,
it takes growth to be like. It takes even more strength. You know what I'm saying? To go out of what you're used to, right?
Yeah,
and like pull back and like I'm bigger than this, or there's a bigger repercussion if I got more to lose if I react.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you have to take it in before you react to something, because if you react the wrong way, like somebody might end up.
But that all ties into delving in within yourself. You got to do that shadow work. You got to develop that self-awareness to where it's like, all right, I know I have some habits that are unhealthy. I understand, like, when I'm frustrated, I do this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I understand when I'm developing anxiety, I do this, that, and the other. But it really is up to you to start seeing that, checking yourself, and changing it into making it more positive reinforcements. Because I get it. Everybody goes through that moment of neural hijacking where something happens to you externally and you just are quick to respond.
Oh yeah.
I'm guilty of it. I'll react on impulse. Like, what? Like, what? Turn to Mr. T real fast. From Janae, I go to Tupac fast. And then I'm like, oh wait, hold on, I check myself. I gotta meditate and then be like, okay, hold on, Naciya. This is, people used to have that I'm a matcher energy. But I understand that I've come to a realization that, sometimes matching somebody's energy drains you. Yeah, they may have a low energy impact on you, and you're over there trying to go to their level, and then you find out, man, like I'm really overwhelmed. I feel like this, I feel like that. And it's like, nah, you, as my best friend would say, you have the day you deserve. Because it's no longer a part of me. Right. Everything that you're going through is a personal problem for you, and you're probably projecting it onto me, and I have nothing to do.
That's what people be doing. They be projecting, man. Oh God, they do. They do. But I commend Star though, because it ain't easy raising kids. That's one.
Before we get to that,
no, but hold on. Because she reminds me, like I talk.
Keep it on your head.
I talk to my mom a lot sometimes, so we have conversations, and my pops, he kind of dipped off and stuff, and she had to raise four men.
Yeah,
4 men. Even though a woman can't raise make a man, but she raised us, she took care of us, for us, allowed us to become men. You know what I mean? So, your story like kind of resonates with me, because it's like, my mom, she tells me all the time, like she had to be like that alpha woman where, she couldn't show that weakness or that vulnerability, because guess what? The bills gotta be paid. Even today, she helped me out with our show. You know what I mean? Like, I still get support from my mom. I ain't ashamed to say it. My mom is my rock, low key, my foundation, like along with God. So I definitely commend you on that, because your kids, they gonna see that.
Shout out.
They gonna see that. You know what I mean?
Shout out to moms
everywhere.
Because
a lot of my homies, the foundation of that family was either moms or grandma.
Right.
And, I don't know what's going on. We know what happened with the men. You know what I mean? Jail, drugs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The big mouth, blah, 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 blah. But you know what I mean? Like, but the people who stayed solid was the women. So that's why I'm happy to have y'all on. Like, I commend you. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't take it lightly. Like, not at all. Like, I'm happy y'all here, but like, I'm really happy y'all here. For real.
Yeah. No,
so for them daddies, get them mamas a break. Please, because they do need them. Like, I'm going to speak for them moms who do not get a break, because sometimes that shit ain't easy. Like, It do be moms that literally is mom, dad all day, every day. And I do understand
everything in the bud.
You'll have some bitter baby mamas out there. Y'all let them see them, have them men, see them babies. Don't just look for financial gain off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Let him be a father because these kids need both of y'all. And I preach that all day with co-parenting with both of my kids' parents. Even though like our relationships aren't the best, like I will never allow a time where you cannot see your child. Cause shit, I want to break. Like I want to be able to go breathe and go hang out with my friends or do something like that. And some dads do know that if you have time away from your kids, you're doing something fun. They want to stop that shit because if I can't have you, I don't want you having no fun. And that should be bullshit. It's like if you can do that when you don't have your kid, you can go to work, you can go have a good time, you can go do X, Y, Z. Allow her that time too, because that's not fair that you get to just go enjoy yourself. That's energy draining to deal with kids 24/7. Yeah, we love them.
Hell yeah.
We love them, like, but it's
all day, every day.
Job. Yeah. And it's crazy that you get to be like a weekend parent and the kid only gets to see you and associate fun with you.
Fun time.
And then when it's time to come back home, it's like, damn, now I got structure, I got this, I got that, and they don't know.
When it's really the man who's supposed to provide the structure.
I mean, it could even be
both. It could be both. Yeah.
Like, just have a good co-parenting, because sometimes it's be like, okay, you may tell this parent, like, okay, this kid is acting up. And instead of them still getting on that child, they still about to go have fun because that's the only time that they get with that child. Instead of them actually coming together, it's both of them sitting down talking to the kid about their action and coming up with some type of strategy to work together. Yeah,
that's the difference between single parent households and double parent households. You know, you're gonna get both. You know what I mean? You're gonna get the structure, you're gonna get the fun all at the same time. But when you have the split, then it's like, you know, it gets kind of messed up a little bit. But you know, it's a balance that a lot of people do. You know what I mean?
We don't even talk about the people who stay in relationships for kids either, because a lot of them are sitting there miserable as hell. Like, oh my God, I don't want to be with this man, or I don't want to be with this woman, and they're doing it for that kid, but little do y'all know you're messing with that kid's mental because you're making them think that this toxicity is love later on, and that's not what that is. And now they're going outside looking for that because they think that's love, and it's not. Like, y'all living like roommates instead of actual husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend.
And the child's going to think like, okay, well, my parents were sticking it through. This is what how they were making it for me. Like, I got to find somebody like that. Like, this is what love is. And it's not. It's
not
compromising.
It's compromising. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Kind of have you. First of all, I want to know your wildest kind of state story, actually. For one.
Oh, I kind of want to stay there, but we can go there. It's all good. It's all good.
I never got.
That's the good.
I never got to know.
No, I was really like into that shit.
I be listening, but
I don't want to dig into that. Go ahead, though, Naciya.
Well, wildest? I thought it was wildest story or something I've heard.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Either way, what have you heard?
Honestly, any story I've ever heard about me goes in one ear and out the other. So.
Okay, so
what have you heard?
That's what I'm saying. It was going in one ear out the other. I don't remember that shit.
She ain't got no stories, y'all. She ain't got no stories.
No, like the most I've ever heard, like people come up to me and be like, "Oh, like when you walk in by, like on campus, like you always like keep to yourself, like you, like someone's come up to me and said, like you seem stuck up." And
because
I was waiting for it.
I never got
like a motherfucker. It's a story of it. No, I was waiting because I'm like,
but like, because at least. To my remembrance, like you wasn't like out there like wild doing like no crazy shit. So,
dude, that's how I know Naciya. I didn't know Star that much, but I knew Naciya from college, and she was always just like chill, kick back, kind of in the cut a little bit. But she was outside.
She was always in the social.
She was outside.
I was there,
but she was just like to herself.
Well, that's because like I worked at Walmart, so it was like I had my classes in the morning, and then right after I had Walmart up until probably like 11. So if I wasn't at a function, I was at work, and so every time I have free time, I'm like, "Yo, y'all outside? I'm outside. This party well. Let me get my little sign.
Where we at with it?
Like,
where we at with it?
And I go.
By the way, this tequila is pretty good.
It actually is mixed with that.
This is way better than the tequila we had last time. I'm just saying. This is way better than the one we had last time, guys. Just saying.
That's me, Moscato.
We had some special guests, so we have to up our game a little.
Yes. They fed us and everything, y'all. They got us beat. They know we fat.
The blacks.
Yeah.
Naciya, what made you? Okay, so you established and then you wasn't going nowhere when you went to Cal State. You established a foundation. So, I guess when I ask what made you not really what was your goal to when you were there and to not be because you've seen probably we all seen everybody doing everything what you chose to be while you were there what made you just choose that path because I feel like you were just different from
what was your major?
Go there too.
I majored in kinesiology.
What? Oh, okay.
In sports medicine.
Do you know most people was kinesiology and communication majors? Most.
Yeah, that's true.
It was to me those two were a prominent. I was all the way in art, ain't no black people.
And you know what? I felt like that too because I was dang, I got these anatomy classes and this, that, and the other, and then I'll see my friends oh, we got that class again. You got that class? Oh, I'll see you at 6, and I'm like.
Oh yeah, I just want to know
later.
Okay, I got a question for you.
But I'll still.
So
y'all asking me all these questions I haven't answered.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, my bad.
Wait.
My bad.
But yeah, what made you because you? When I college, when we came in at the same time, I seen people jumped off at the start of being out there, just when they got the chance.
Yeah.
Okay, so freshman year, I was already in a relationship, and it was already crazy because he was jealous.
Was you there? You had it before you went there?
Yeah, he was from high school.
Oh, you were a high school sweetheart. Oh, it didn't last.
Yeah, it didn't. But it was about 3 years, so I want to say probably into my
sophomore until freshman.
Yeah, I was gonna say freshman, a little bit into sophomore year. That's when it ended.
Okay.
So I was trying to be out with friends, but I had a boundary. So it'd be oh yeah, I'm going out. We're going to drink. But then it'd be 2 a.m. I'm damn.
Gotta go be respectful.
No, okay, so there was one time.
Let me dip off.
There was one time he was in my dorm and he was sick and he was resting or whatever. Oh. And my friends hit me and was oh yeah, everybody go to this party, blah blah blah. I sure did. But originally I wasn't trying to. I took care of him, had sheets and gave him soup and all that. He was no, I'll go with your friends. I was no, I'm gonna stay. He was no, you've been taking care of me for the last couple of days. Go. So I was all right. So I go. Now, I was being responsible. I was all right, it's around this time. I gotta get going. My ride left me.
Oh shit.
And I was stuck.
You was stuck. Oh shit. What the hell?
You wasn't shit. You should have stayed your ass at home.
Yeah.
You would have been riding something else. Bleep that out.
He was sick.
And he didn't have COVID. He wasn't COVID.
I'm not gonna go there.
That's the time.
We got a survive this in the mail today.
Not going there.
But anyway.
He was sick on that ball.
Needless to say, at the end of the night, he wasn't happy. When I explained the situation to him, he understood.
That's great that he understood, though. He probably too sick to fight it. That's why.
He didn't talk to me. He was
nah,
he was I'm going to deal with you tomorrow when this fever breaks.
Me and you
I'm out all night, bitch.
So I'm sweating right now.
I'm out with the homies. Do not call. Phone is on. Do not disturb me.
Well, the problem was he was in your dorm, so he just chilling. You know what I mean?
I hope he wasn't snooping through your shit.
Because I would have been hell no. Stay your ass here.
I wonder what he heard in his walls. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Well,
what kind of shit did he?
My end of the wall was fairly quiet. I had stayed in Joshua.
I love my dorm.
Oh, you stayed in Joshua?
I stayed in Joshua. But I was on the side where it was all my friends were upstairs on the other side, and then it was just me.
I love Joshua. Where was that? Joshua.
What was the all girls dorm? What was that one?
Waterman.
No, it wasn't. It was
Waterman.
No, mine was mine. It wasn't that one. It was
Waterman.
It wasn't Waterman, because I know who stayed in Waterman. So yeah, it wasn't that one.
It was either Mojave, Tokay wasn't
was
it?
next to mine.
I don't remember.
It was Waterman, dude.
No, the all girl doing was something else.
It was Waterman.
It's in the one started with S, right? Or am I tripping?
Ooh, what was it?
Nigga, it was Waterman, nigga. I swear to God, it was Waterman.
Not our year.
Yes. Oh, well, shit. That's a good damn. I forgot.
That's what I'm
Maybe.
talking about. What was the all girls? Never mind.
It don't even matter.
Anyways.
But anyways, I would have said stay last year.
You gonna take care of me,
right? Okay.
You know how men act like the biggest baby when they say, right? Like just the biggest drama king ever.
I ain't begging. You ain't about to go to this party. That nah.
You gonna cuddle with me and get sick with me.
We gonna get this sickly dickly.
So that's how y'all be plotting. I understand now.
Don't get this sickly dickly.
It just turns to the side. You can't get sick if I hit it from the side.
The studies show.
The studies show.
You're 99.2%.
Y'all buddy.
Okay, so you had a question.
You did.
I had to answer his, and then I'll shift into you.
Oh no, mine's though. Cause okay, so you guys, well, fuck it.
Oh, he changed his mind.
All right.
So all right, so what was your favorite fraternity?
Oh,
without any
I
direction.
plead
shit! I didn't see that coming.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Better be 5.
Come on, you
I
gotta
plead
answer
the.
that.
I'm not. No.
You gotta answer those questions.
Y'all said I didn't have the answers for shit I didn't want to answer, so that's I plead the 5th on
That's a
that.
good question,
I feel like
AJ.
that's a personal question.
Yep.
That I am not.
I don't answer questions.
Star.
I don't answer questions.
Does it start with a I?
I don't answer questions. You talk to my lawyer.
Does it end with a?
It ends with we're just ordinary people.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. So, besides the favoritism, what did you guys think about?
Which of us? Just so y'all.
Right? Yes.
I mean, I can't.
What did you guys
answer.
think about fraternities as freshmen and ladies?
What did y'all? Wait. Did you?
I do want to hear a funny story.
Wait, did you go to Cap Halloween the first year at Pharaoh's? Was you there?
No.
What?
I don't think I went.
Damn.
I think
I had work that night.
Pharaoh's.
I had to work.
Okay, be responsible.
That was fun time to be alive.
Anyways, back to
easy.
question.
So look, I got a story.
Oh.
Ooh.
There was a step show, right? And this was my freshman year, right? I'm not gonna use the names. So
Go ahead, so I can beep it up.
no, I'm not.
Bob and Greg.
We just
Bob and grits.
yeah,
There we go.
I said Greg.
We're gonna say Bobby and
I said grits.
So these girls who I knew, right? They're from LA, so they're not used to.
What the? Hey, turn that off.
Well, first off,
Ricky?
wasn't nobody
Back to
talking.
Apple Music, man.
Anywho,
Yeah.
Siri or whatever.
No.
Right. So it was a step show, and the sororities were, strolling. One of the girls was like, "I want to be a Crip girl," and the other one was like, "I want
what?
to be a Blood girl." I said, "Wait, what'd you say?"
Wait.
She said, "I want to be a Crip girl," and the other one said, "I want to be a Blood girl." I lost my shits. I ain't never heard no shit like that in my life.
Y'all hear me though? Nigga, do you cuz of blood?
Cuz what?
Oh, shit. What set you from, man? You know?
Oh, I don't know anything about any sets. I'm from North Carolina.
Oh, word? Carolina. That's why that nigga sound like Willie Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, yo, man. You better off just hanging with us, you know? Yeah, man. See, it's some shit you got to learn if you gonna make it in the woods.
Blood girl.
Yeah.
So can you explain for the audience who don't know, like, about
I don't know. Explain to me.
You know what I mean? Can you dig a little
So-
deeper?
I guess they thought a Delta
Uh-huh.
was a Blood girl,
Okay. Well,
and a Zeta was a I'm assuming
good.
that's what that was.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out where they got it from because Crip and Blood.
Well, I don't know, but like I know, like people look kind of like at fraternities as like gangs and stuff.
do.
Yeah.
I've
So
had
like from the
cousins who
outside
correlated
looking
to
in,
the gang. I'm like,
yeah,
that's not-
especially ours.
Sorry.
Crips and Bloods,
Mafia.
though.
Like
Crips and Blood girls.
it does kind of look like a gang. Like, and a lot of the people who are in college come from the streets. So these is educated hood niggas, basically.
Shout out to you, Mafia.
So you know what I mean? You got a lot of niggas.
I'm highly intellectual, nigga.
Right? So you got a lot of niggas, or a lot of, I gotta stop using that word, nigga. But a lot of men who grew up in the streets, but they went to college. Yep. That's the route they chose.
Don't get it twisted.
So a lot of the stuff that they, got from the streets trickled over into college. And, maybe that's why some of the stuff that was going on.
Well, it's not like high school taught you how to be polished.
Yeah, true. Right, true. That's true. Well, we can talk about it, but you know what I mean?
Talk about it.
But it's just crazy because, even when I went to Cal State, I was just chilling, but, niggas, it's just niggas like, let's kick it. Like, let's go play football. And, they were like me. So I was like, all right, I'm with y'all. Like, what's good? Oh, you want to try and do? Like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, what's that? Oh, you got that fly ass jacket? Nigga, give me one, nigga. How you get that? You know what I mean? So it just only made sense. Like some of the other fraternities, like I wasn't really feeling like I wasn't trying to. I wasn't really trying to do all that. It's like,
so what gravitated you?
It's just the bros. Like they just welcomed me in. Like they didn't hit me on no frat.
It was natural.
Yeah, they didn't hit me on no frat stuff. It was just a genuine connection. Like, what's up, bro? You trying to play ball? Trying to play football? Like, hell yeah, I played football in high school. Let's go out there. Oh, and then I come to find out, what's this jacket on? Like, that shit kind of fly, nigga. This shit kind of fly, my nigga. Like, where you get that from? Just on some real shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, I'm part of this fraternity. Like, we do this. And then I go to parties. It's like freshman year, and I'm seeing these niggas strolling around. Like, what y'all doing? It's like that dance fever. Mike the Wood. You like that? Mike, get it. Like,
what is this?
All right.
That's spirit fingers?
So I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, and then I start peeping game. I'm seeing what's up. And it's like, all right, man, that's kind of cool. And then, I just got in there and we started, the rest of it's history. We started doing parties, started doing community service. I'm hanging with the kids. We doing Easter egg hunts with the kids on campus. Like, that was actually my first event ever as a Sigma. So, like, it was just love. It just naturally happened. So, I don't know how everybody else doing then, but, like, that's how I got. And, I treated everybody else that way too. Like that came in, it's like, what's good? You know what I mean? It ain't really like a pressure. It's just like, if you trying to, if this what you want to do or this what you want to be, like, for sure, I'll show you the way. It's like a mentor, big brother type thing. You know what I mean? Like a big brother type. Cause like I was telling, well, I didn't tell you guys earlier, but like how I didn't have a great relationship with my pops. It kind of just like, it made sense. Like, let me get around some older dudes that's, doing something, even though like 22, 23, that's not old at all. But when I was 19.
But it was more like an older mental state.
Yeah, but when I was 19, I'm like, y'all niggas is old shit.
Nah, your ass.
I used to tell these niggas, like, y'all niggas, y'all past 21, y'all old as fuck.
Now your ass here.
Right. Now how you feel.
Gee. Young
how your
OG.
knees in your back feel.
Young OG. Oh my God, don't tell me about my back.
I can never say, though, I wouldn't be a part of EJ.
That's my brother.
I was having many talks, even when I didn't go to college
yet,
about fraternities and all that. He was.
Well, you were in college already, too, at Cal State, LA.
I did, but I didn't go. Like, it was just one of the things, like, when your family trying to convince you to be somewhere closer. You know what I'm saying? So, never really happened. I didn't go.
Well, I was kind of like Naciya a little bit. The whole reason why I ended up at Cal State San Bernardino was because of my girl in high school. Because I had a high school sweetheart. My little thing, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know, I had other options to go to different schools, but I was trying to stay close. So it's like, you know, I mean, go right here.
So what you need, little
but it worked out for
it.
it.
Well, no, I got a random question. Well, it's not really random. I just, you know, when it comes to Black men and mental health.
Let's talk about it.
Do you guys feel like you guys have a safe space? And if so, if not, how can we create a safe space for you guys?
Look at you.
You want to go first?
I'll go first. I feel like it's gotten better. If I had to give a yes or no, I'd say no. But it has gotten better.
I got some shit.
But, it has gotten better. I feel like.
In what sense?
In the sense of, I feel like women are not as hard on us as Black men anymore. And like ignoring the fact that we probably aren't giving what Black women need because we have stuff that we need to deal with, and we're figuring out, well, maybe they haven't dealt with it because they haven't had the safe space to deal with it. But like Black women are being a little bit more sensitive to those type of needs for us now, and it's getting better. I feel like the thing is, it's I think for Black men, sometimes it's a level of trust and who we can trust to be vulnerable and transparent with. Like I said earlier in the pod, like I thank God for trans Black women. Like they give me the safe space, and I want a woman who gives me that same space to be vulnerable and open, because it can only bring out the best of me. So
100.
I just feel like it definitely, if I would give a yes or no, I'll say no, but I can say it's getting better, and I appreciate women like y'all that make the conscious effort to give that space, to give that safe space, and not only kind of, because some women be so caught up in like their needs a lot, and they feel like men should already have it all together. You know, I hear all the time, like, women, you know, I'm not going to be doing X, Y, Z for this man. Why should I?
I'm not going to be with this broke nigga.
I'm not going to, like, you know,
oh, hell no.
A man should be a certain level, but understand where most of these men come from. Most of these men are just boys still, to be honest, and we're still growing and trying to mature. But you have to understand that if with a little bit of help, a little bit of sympathy. Now, I'm not talking about people who just choose to be trifling and lazy.
I wouldn't say sympathy. I would say
grace.
And
grace.
Grace. Yeah, there you go.
With that grace gives us motivation and encouragement to open up and be vulnerable, to have that safe space, so we can become the men we're supposed to come for you guys.
Yeah, but I don't think it can come from a woman, though. I think the man has to decide, like, I'm about to just step up.
So
you know what I mean?
Without any woman giving him that space, he should just on his
own. I mean, hopefully we will hope, but hasn't been the case.
So you feel like a man doesn't need a woman at all to give him that safe space?
I think a man should create his own safe space. It would be nice for a woman to help and create that safe space, but I think it has to be on the man to take full accountability, because he is like the head and not the tail. And that's more biblical, but you know what I mean? He has to take charge of his life. You know what I mean? And where the direction that is going. Although if I would love to have a woman that is graceful with me, patient with me, you know, while I create this safe space, because we do come from, you know, we all come from fucking backgrounds that's just like, you know, fucking shit, bro. I'm not saying shit, but it's like,
everybody has a different story.
Everybody has troubles, you know, parents, grandparents, immigrants, blah, slavery, all that fucking shit. Damn, gosh.
Yeah, like you just got off the boat yesterday.
I was saying, way of water.
That's a golden line. That's a golden line.
I better not. I better not run away.
Roll this boat, nigga, roll the boat.
That way, roll boat.
You know, but it's real.
Niggas was
Nah,
wrong.
roll.
But I would say
It's
this:
real.
when it comes to that, at least this is my perspective for relationships. But I feel like relationships, a healthy relationship, should be interdependent. I think a lot of people now, and I'm not saying just as far as like safe space for just solely men, but women as well, is that they feel like their partner should be a dumping ground of emotions and of trauma and of, you know, just unresolved feelings that are still conflicting them. And it's to the point where the spouse that loves you, they're going to love you. So they're always going to make sure, okay, what can I do to help you? But if you don't even know your own route, how are you going to expect them to do that? They can give you all the advice that you want that's going to be beneficial to you. But if you're not heeding to that and actually soaking it in and absorbing it, then what progress you're going to have? So I feel like with the codependency, everybody has their own pathway, their own journey that they have to go through. But the significant other is about the support system, about, you know, you're going to go this way. You know, I see what pathway you're going, and I see what, you know, issues or obstacles that you're coming across. I'm here to support you. I'm going to, you know, help you and love you and give you the guidance that you need. But ultimately, it's up to you to push and make that action. I can be that match, you know, to start that, to ignite it. But you're the candle. How are you going to uphold yourself? So that's what I kind of feel like. Like a lot of people feel like, as far as like a man having a safe space for a woman, yes. Let me be that safe space for you, but don't let me be your dumping ground of emotions as well, to where if I am trying to help you, you're not hearing me. Yeah, I feel like it goes back and forth. So men do treat women as that dumping ground to yell at, you know. And women do it too. Abusive, you know what I mean? It goes back and forth. And that's when you get the toxic behavior. You know what I mean? That's when you get the blue faces and Christian routes. Oh Lord!
Congrats, Krishan, on the baby.
You know. You know,
but you gotta know each other's needs too. Yeah, you do. That's also a big thing when it comes to safe space, is that you gotta know each other's love language. You gotta know your sorry language, and you just gotta know the person in general. Like when it comes to being in a relationship, I feel like the goal is to learn that person, so you already know how they're feeling. Yeah. Like you ever had like somebody that you just sit there minding your own business, they could just tell you like, you had a bad day. You good? You good? Why? You're just off. What do you mean how am I off? Well, I could tell in your face, your attitude. You're usually like this, but you're acting like this today. Yeah, you're not like someone that's being really observant to you. Like, well, goddamn, I didn't even know I was feeling bad today, but now that you think about it, this stuff I told you else. So maybe that's stemming from. Well, that's just kind of like learning your partner, and you know, it's because if you learn your partner, then you know what space to create for them. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can create that space, and you know, but I just. You know, yes, relationships are interdependent. Sorry, words. You know, you do like kind of start relying on that person and stuff, but I really feel like you have to be solid in your own ground. Like you said, you should know where your vision is and where you're going, your direction. And if that person can add to that, then okay, for sure. But you shouldn't be dependent on that person to be telling you what you should be doing. You should already know what you should be doing, especially as a man. You know what I mean? A woman is a little bit different. You know what I mean? She's kind of contributing to your story, and you're contributing to her story as well. So, you know, it's just it's a back and forth, and you gotta learn each other. And it's not perfect. You know, there's gonna be some bumps in the road. There's gonna be some head knocks, but that's ironing it out, you know what I mean? But when y'all get on the same page, that shit is harmony, you know? And y'all just kind of... So I'll ask this from you guys. Kind of piggyback off of Baby Mama's question. You know, she was saying, you know, how can we create a safe space? But honestly, just to you, without an additional person or spouse, what is a safe place? Okay, well, I'll give you mine since Tyler kind of went ahead a little bit. I would say, like, for me in my relationships that I've had, I would just say, give me room to grow.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody's perfect. I'm gonna make mistakes. That's part of the growth process.
What does growth look like to you?
Growth means like just going towards my journey, towards my vision. Like sometimes women can't see your vision, or another man or whoever, they can't see your vision. But if you have that much conviction in your heart and in your mind, like this is where I'm supposed to be going, let me go. You know what I mean? And don't try to, oh, you know this. Of course, you can give feedback, like maybe you should do this, like, you know, but maybe try to understand the vision instead of try to judge the vision. Instead of like, nah, this is not what you should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just try to understand.
You want to be a plant.
You don't want to be a dream killer.
Yeah, don't be a dream killer. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
you want someone to water you, plant seeds, and then step back.
Yes.
Let photosynthesis.
Yeah. Let us do what we're supposed to do. Because in actuality, you can't control anybody. Nobody has control of anybody's actions. So you have to put that trust in me that I'm following what I'm supposed to be following. Because it might not make sense. It might not make sense. Like, this shit look crazy, nigga. You got me out here.
So would you say like proper check-ins would be appropriate? Like, give you space to grow, but then just be like, hey, love, how's everything going? Just to make sure that at least if you're growing on the right path. Yeah, and to be honest, we gonna want to check in with y'all. We gonna want to be like, hey, am I tripping? Like, you know what I mean? Because we need sometimes that you gotta initiate that approach.
Yeah, we will initiate that too. Like I'm gonna be like, I know if my woman's solid, like I'm gonna trust her judgment because she got shit she see that I don't see. So I'm gonna be like, hey, am I tripping? Like, what you think? You know what I mean? I'm gonna converse with you because you my partner. You know what I mean? But you know, I just feel like sometimes women they're okay. I just women are impatient. Impatient. Y'all, but a lot of women. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to, you know.
It depends on the day. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, it's cool, all right, no problem. Then it's like, God damn, it's been 5 minutes. What you mean?
But shit take time, and even men do this shit too. Kids, everybody, like, it doesn't happen overnight, especially something big, like something grand. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to really see it step by step. And, you know, you might not be at your best one day or the next day. And, you know, sometimes you're going to have some off days. But you got to keep grinding towards that until it happens. And, you know, it's just like, if you're going to ride it out with me, ride it out. Like, don't try to, you know, give up here and give up here. Like, if you're going to be with me, be with me. And this shit. But I think where shit goes wrong because niggas start fucking up and, you know, doing the extra shit. You know what I mean? But it's tough because it's the communication. You know what I mean? So it's
the lack of communication is like the number one death of relationships.
Mm-hmm. And now you doing stuff, and now he doing stuff, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn.
I have a question. So when you talk about dreams and things like that and not having somebody kill your dreams and being patient, how long do you feel like someone should be waiting for your dream
to happen?
Because sometimes some men don't get that dream that comes true.
Yeah, true.
And you waited all the time
on a hamster cycle.
And it's just going, and she's there, so they're waiting. It's like, okay, I've been telling you this for a long time and you're not taking heed. And you're like, oh, you just hating, like, it's going to happen, because I've seen dudes like that.
I think you just got to pay attention to the actions. What are they doing? Okay, we can talk all the game we want. All that shit. You know, we got lines for days. Hey, baby, you know? But what are we doing? What's our actions? Are we going to work? Are we stepping up? Are we, you know what I mean? Are we doing the things that are headed towards that direction? Are we taking action?
So you guys give each other deadlines and things like that?
I wouldn't get no deadlines or anything. But I would be like, what you doing?
I give you a time frame because I mean
that's a better word.
Because it's like, if you want me to support you and be in your corner, I also have to give you accountability. Yeah. And if you telling me, babe, I'm gonna start this business and I'm gonna do this, that, and the other, and you know, you're telling me your whole dreams, I'm going to take that full-heartedly and be like, okay, this is his dream. I'm going to make sure that he actually, goes through with it. And if you're telling me, all right, I got to look for...
Sorry, guys. It's no money.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hola, madre.
Sorry.
Hola, mima. Go ahead.
But yeah, it's just like, I'm going to give you a time frame. It's going to be like, okay, I'm going to give you your space to make things happen. But if I'm not seeing any progress, then that's when I am going to check in. I'll be like, well, hey, how's this project going? At least a certain step. Even if it's like, you got to create a vision board. And that vision board hasn't been created in about 2 weeks. I'm going to be like, hey, like, when's the deadline when you're going to have your vision board created so that way you can start it? If you're telling me, oh, by the end of the month, I'm going to hold you to it. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to say, okay, what's going on? Because at the point, then it's kind of like, all right, you're telling me your dreams, but you're not even taking enough action to make it come true into fruition.
No,
so you can't be mad at me if I'm sitting here.
Yeah. Instead of,
I'm here to support you and hold you accountable. I'm not here to nag. I'm here to make sure that you get your shit done so you can be successful. Because at the end of the day,
I like that. Personally, I like that because I like accountability, but a lot of people don't like accountability because they don't like having to look at themselves in the mirror.
sounds like
but
a personal problem.
Yeah, exactly. And we was talking about it earlier, it's maturity, you know what I mean? And you gotta really want it. Like, and a lot of our people, our culture, we didn't have it growing up. So, a white person, maybe he already got that.
Hey,
hold on.
Hey, mama. Hey, mama.
Messing up my life though.
Mom is more important than this live. No disrespect.
Oh yeah, huh?
I was about to get on the Steve. Where you going, AJ?
Chilling in my mate's back. Take that back.
Alright, guys. Intermission. But yeah, you guys I think you guys are asking the right questions. Like every man needs a support system, where like I have my mom, I have my brother, I have my niece. That's my support system. Like literally. And then I got my bros, Tyler, Eddie, KJ, I got my coworkers at my job. Like that's my support system. God, my pastors, that's my support system. Like if I need anything, I know for sure I can go to them. Money, need to get something off my head. I just maybe need a hug, whatever. You know what I mean? Like
the statistics show it needs to be more than 3 seconds, 20 seconds tops.
But
thank you for coming to my touch.
I get church hugs because some of y'all
but I think
you gonna get like 5 seconds.
But you need your support system, man. I don't think it's just men. You know what I mean? I think women need that safe space to be themselves too. Like
I just admire that they,
you know what I mean?
The way to act.
So
I really just need a safe space to be quirky.
Okay,
interesting.
Like that's all I need. I just need a moment where I'm just reciting nothing but songs and movies, and you better catch on, because if you don't, you're gonna get lost in the sauce.
Like
fast.
Because
we finish each other's sentences
all the time.
Like I think about this shit like with my mom, right? So this her house, y'all. This my mom's house.
Shout out to my house.
Wouldn't it be nice for like her to not have to worry about paying the bills, or coming up with the rent, or having to have that exterior that we were talking about earlier? Like, when can she just be like let go and be vulnerable and like I'm like okay, you know what I'm saying? Like how do us as men create that safe space for y'all besides just like just providing a home or what? Like, do y'all need someone to lean on? Like, of course.
Yeah. I think everybody needs somebody to lean on.
Yeah.
I heard this podcast. No, it wasn't a podcast. It was a video. A lady was on live. It was Miss April Mason. Feminist
Shout out
strategist.
April Mason.
Gang. But she was saying that back in the days, it was more so women had expressed that they needed love. Men had expressed that they needed respect out of a relationship. So men give love and women give respect to the men. Well, now we're in the day and age where it's like, yeah, women receive the love, but they're not getting respect. And so now we're asking for that respect, which is why you see a lot of women that are hustling, that are going hard, that are independent, that are strong Black women, that are handling things on their own. And men are now saying, we need love. You give us the respect, but we don't have a safe space. I can't open up to nobody. There, you have a lot of men that are emotionally unavailable because they don't know how to handle their emotions. And then just got to think of, like we were talking about, just childhood and backgrounds where a lot of them don't have. They're missing a parent, whether it's a mom or a father. So they're missing that key component that makes them, make them complete. So now we're coming to the point where it's kind of like, all right, men need love, women need the respect, and how do we go from that? Because it's now a new realm. This is kind of like that working a brand new muscle that ain't been worked out in a long time, and it's going to take some time, and you're going to have to go through that delayed onset muscle soreness. You're going to have to go through that tenderness, and some people don't want to endure that. They're like, nah, I'm going to stick to what I know. Instead of going through those aches and pains of developing yourself and developing a strong, long-lasting relationship. Too many people say, I got options. You're going to accept me for who I am.
Can I ask you something, Star?
Oh shit.
I love that response. I love that. You I think you hitting on point. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so Star, I know you've been the head of your household for a while. Like, what do you think would get you like to that point where you can kind of just like
breathe?
Yes, you know what I mean? Like, what would that take for you? What would that process look like? You know,
that's for her.
No, my
like,
is my baby.
Is it a man? Like, is that the solution, or is it something else?
Is it? Well, no. I mean, at the end of the day, a man is just gonna add extras, like a bonus. I don't necessarily have to be like, oh my God, I need a dude to complete me. That's not the case. I feel like she can even attest to this. I've dealt with a lot. I've overcome a lot and things like that. A very lot. It's been crazy these last few years, actually. Tyler, you've been here, you know. It wasn't up until the end of last year where I was actually able to like breathe. Like, and actually learn how to control my thoughts, my emotions. I started going to therapy in June. I actually finished a few weeks ago.
Hey.
So that, although has helped tremendously on top of like being able to be financially stable. That was a big stressor for me. Like, yeah, I know I'm a great mom. I'm doing all these things, but paycheck to paycheck, and this is due, that's due. My child is a senior this year. She's going to college.
Shout out to her.
She's doing great, actually. Shout out. She actually just got a report card, so she got a 4.2.
Yeah, buddy.
She's gotten into all the colleges that she's applied to so far, so we cannot complain. And that's a product of a teenage parent, so I cannot complain. She's
a blessing.
Surpassing everything that I dreamed of. I was like, my goal is to make you better than me. So just watching that is great. But being able to be financially okay, being able to walk into a grocery store, not having to worry about if I got an EBT card or if my debit card is going to decline or if child support is coming, things like that. That was like a big stressor for me. So now that I'm financially okay, I'm able to breathe. And it's like a breath of fresh air because I've never been here.
Yeah.
So it's like now that I'm arrived, it's like ooh, this is
a
what
soft
breathing.
era star.
This is what breathing feels like. This is like I can go to the store and do what I want to do. I don't have to ask nobody. Can I borrow something?
So it's kind of like a weightlifting.
Yeah, so it's like it's not even a man involved. It's like getting, now that I'm financially stable, it's giving back to me because I've been so given to others, giving to my kids, giving to jobs, giving to friends, family, just giving so much of me that I didn't really have much of myself left. Yeah. So when I started learning through therapy, you have to start putting healthy boundaries up. It's okay to say no. It's okay to have some of you left for you and not let everybody fill their cup off of what you got and then you don't have nothing left. Yeah. So it's like I started taking that back, like, you know what, I can say no. And if that person's gonna be upset, then you just gonna be upset. It's family that I don't even talk to right now because of the healthy boundaries that I've set. And it's just like when we can agree on something, we can revisit these conversations as adults. We can either move past it or we can continue to be where we're at. And I'm okay with that. But that was where I was at first. So a man, if he comes and God sends him, which I pray one day I'll manifest him. It used to be training.
Amen, hallelujah.
But
church, preach, tabernacle.
But
preach up.
I can say now, even when he comes, I'm ready now. Because back then I could say I really wasn't. I just wanted to be like, oh, I have somebody, because Instagram has you fucked up to where it's like, oh, everything is for you to see. If you don't got, you know, this person, you're unhappy, or you don't look this way, you know, it really fucks you up. So it's like now I'm at that point where it's like, fuck Instagram. I'm happy without that motherfucker. I can scroll, I can double tap, I can go do the things I want in real life and still be me, and they can only see a glimpse of what I allowed them to see.
You live your life.
Yeah, so it's like, and that's what I've been doing. I've been happy. Like she said, I've been going through a soft girl era. It's been times where I really start doing for me. Going planning trips, vacation, hair, nails, like really going into.
Like I told you over the phone, like it just, what I see from you now is a whole lot of self-love, and I've been proud of you.
Thank you. It's a long way, because I had to learn to love me and put me before people. Because that is I've always been that people pleaser that have been over backwards. Let me give this person the shirt off my back. But a lot of people don't know that, because they always know that, oh, she's that mean girl, or oh, she always got that mean look on her face. Like, no, you actually got to come talk to me and get to know me. You'll really, once you understand and you get past that hardcore, like, that I have with me, you'll be like, damn, that's a really dope person. And it'll take you to actually to get to know me versus what you heard from somebody. And you'll be like, damn, I didn't even think you was like that. I thought you was crazy as hell, but you cool as shit. Like, can we hang out? It's shit. Her friends then wanted to become my friends. It's been friends of my friends that want to start like hanging out and kicking with me, because I'm cool. Yeah. I'm going to give you funny star. I'm going to give you honest star. I'm going to give you what I want as a friend.
What would you say is like the one thing that was like the hardest thing to overcome to get to that point? Would it be finances, or would it be more self-love? It was
both for me.
Both?
Because I came from a household, like I said, with a single mom. My dad died, I was 5 months old. I had a stepdad that came into my life, I probably was like 10. And he was only there for a few years, so we got back to the single parent life. So coming in, growing up, I started babysitting at 9. I started working under the table at 14. I happened to get pregnant with my daughter at 16. I went to college, you know, at 18. So it's just certain things just that occurred that I raised myself. That's another thing, like, people don't know. Like, I lived in a household with a mom that wasn't fully active. So having an older brother that's 11 years older than you, he's out doing whatever he's doing. You're doing what you're doing, and you're raising yourself. So everything I learned in life pretty much has been through trial and error. I wasn't taught a lot. So having to learn those things on your own is like, people like, you don't know this, or how you don't know that, or blah, 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 because I had to teach myself. Like, every important person in my life, I could say, passed away by the time I was, like, my dad died, I was 5 months. My grandma died, I was 7. My mom's mom died when I was 10. No, I think I was 9. My grandpa's were been gone, so like, I don't even have
grandpas. I never met my grandpas. I know who one of them is on my dad's side, though. I found a picture of it and stuff.
Like, imagine not having none of that. Not grandmas, grandpas, just your
I couldn't imagine not having a grandma, though. Both of my grandmas I love dearly. They were like my heart and soul. Like, especially my grandma on my mom's side. That was that was like the rock of the family right there. She's like my biggest inspiration, like just the way she was with people and everything. So, that's tough. That's tough.
And a lot of people don't know that. People who are around me, I explain things or I let them in when I feel comfortable with you. But I have to have a safe space with you because a lot of my trauma with trust comes from family first.
Yeah.
So if I couldn't even trust people in my household, I'm not gonna trust nobody around.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a minute. Like she'll tell you, it took me a minute to tell her a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I trust her? She gonna go back and talk.
And see, my situation was kind of opposite how she was saying. Like her mom wasn't really fully active. My mom was overly active in my life, and with me and my little brother. And it was more so like as far as our schooling, our grades, being in extracurricular activities, getting a job. But the thing was that she wasn't fully engaged in was emotionally availability. So it was more so for me. I was always seeing her work, and I had a stepfather in my household. My father. Papa was a Rolling Stone.
He was outside. Papa was outside.
He was out living his best life. He had some of this tequila here and was like, hey.
And I'm gonna start off this goddamn
A smooth criminal. Probably got 12 sisters out there I don't know about. But anyways, I digress. So, my stepfather, he wasn't really more so engaged with me because it was more favoritism. I'm not his child. Yes, my brother was his child. So it was more like, you do what you do.
You just here.
Exactly. I'm here to provide, but I'm not here to provide emotionally. So it was really hard in the household for me to, my perception was if I succeed and I do well, I'll get love. I'll get that praise. I'll get that achievement and all that other stuff because
for acceptance.
I was fighting for acceptance because I was a fear of abandonment emotionally because there would be times where I try to go to them and I'll be like, oh, something about like my friends or some guy I like and it'll be always pushed off. Don't worry about that. It's not going to affect you in 5 years. Why are you worried about it for 5 minutes? And it's kind of like, well, all right. So I took my approach on that in life. And then I realized as I was getting older, it was like, I'm searching for love, but I'm coming across, it was more like perception what we're talking about. I'm emotionally unavailable, so I'm attracting emotionally unavailable people. So I really had to dig in and like work on my mother wounds, my father wounds, and heal them in order for me to become emotionally available and vulnerable so that way I can get that
same reception. It's crazy, like a lot of our traumas come from our parents.
But I mean, you gotta think back in those days, they don't have the resources that we have now. They, therapy is shunned upon in the Black culture because it's kind of like you telling people your business, you opening up to them, you got to pay for it too. What? You got your friends and your family. It stays in this house. Exactly. You was raised to be like, don't be telling people our business. So you got to go to friends, cops, your auntie on the other side. You don't tell nobody nothing. So when it comes to therapy and you really have to voice yourself out, what do you go to? Either you're going to go to people that you trust or you're going to go to a bottle or you're going to go to a blunt or you're going to go, and that was the struggle now. Bro. So you got to think back in those days, they didn't have those type of resources. So a lot of things that they were enduring, they were battling themselves, whether it was healthy or not. And I feel like a lot of our family, because we were growing in a broken home, they grew up probably in a place without love. And so how are you expecting to receive love from a parent that never had it?
I've always been a believer that love is the only healer. You can only heal from love. But what you said definitely makes sense. And I think we lost a lot of good men and women through alcohol, drugs, all that other stuff. Prison system, they was preying on us, you know what I mean? Preying on my downfall. They was preying on my downfall, but it's I think it's coming back though. I think it's coming back.
I see people, they're realizing the problem, and like I was talking about with muscle soreness, it's just trying.
Yeah, working through it.
It's actually working through it,
and that starts with our generation. I think stuff like this. I was going like breaking those
generational curses.
We are trying to, for the first time, like recognize what the problems are and dealing with our emotions and abuse and trauma and all that. And now we have the resources to actually get help while trying to create a better future for ourselves and
our kids.
So it's hard. We're juggling a lot because we're the first to ever do all this. We're the first to ever do all of it. So the backlash comes from people who are still hurt, traumatized, in denial, and then you're trying to create that environment of love and trying to talk through it of what we know and what we learn now and relay it back, not only to the future of us, like we have kids, but to ones who never figured it out and they are still stuck.
Right.
Well, think about
they
it.
They don't like being open-minded, I feel like.
And you got to face that shit. That ain't easy.
But it's not. And that's the thing. For us, it's not. We're just juggling. We're trying to figure this out. But we know what we have a better, we're very much open-minded. We see bigger now. And we have been.
I think we just understand it.
Resources.
You know what I mean? We understand. We can see this shit in real time. Like, we can see what's going on with Blueface and
you're starting to actually realize what kind of relationships people are supporting.
Blueface, baby.
Yeah.
Right.
That's his go-to reference point.
That shit toxic as fuck.
It is. And you gotta see, like, a lot of relationships on TV are being publicized that are toxic. And people are like, yes, that's the relationship I want. But then you're just repeating the cycle.
That's right. Dating.
It's filled with piss and feces.
Look.
That's why. I want to move on to something.
Yeah, I
want to swing things because it actually is a great segue. And we all talked about this upbringing. I want to talk about you two and your independence as well. Not saying that y'all don't want to be married or have kids or nothing kind of dreams, but you two, what I've known to be very, very much so independent. Not that I'm saying that you never had any help along the way or anything else, but you two are very much like, it's me, whatever I want to do, whatever I got to do, whatever I want to accomplish.
Well, I know Naciya be in Greece.
I want to do.
She be off on the islands.
I have to do it by myself, or I'm gonna make this happen. Did your childhood? I'm sure it influenced it, but what motivated you? I want to know to have this independence, and I guess this is two-part. Like, what motivates you guys to have that independence, and when guys come along and see you, are they intimidated by your independence?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired of being independent. I'm tired, baby.
I'm tired, boss.
I am not afraid to say I am tired.
I'm tired, boss.
I'm tired, boss.
Shit, I want to take this shit off.
Can I
take this cloak of independence off? I want to be dependent now. Like,
where my PTO?
Man, clock me out, please.
All right, I got you.
But
I mean, I don't want to say y'all make it look easy, but I'm just proud.
I ain't got no choice.
Yeah,
like that's you have no choice.
And see, I don't have any kids. Not say that I don't want any. I do. I'm just waiting for the right time.
What I tell you,
fellas.
But I think my independence really started, just like I said, was just observing my mom. There was a period in time where my stepfather wasn't working. He got laid off of his job, so he was on a hunt for a job. My mom picked up 3 different jobs, and she worked every single one to make sure that me and my brother were fed, we had clothes on our back, and that we were well taken care of. It was to the point that inspired me to go get 2 jobs. At 16, I was working at GameStop and I was doing sign holding, and then that was just kind of the push that I had ever since. Like, living on my own, I was kind of like, all right, I was overloading with classes in school. I was working full time. I was going to school full time, working full time. Wow. I was making sure that I was still in active, clubs and working out and, doing all kinds of stuff. So even to this day, it's like I've come to the point where I have to check myself and hold myself accountable to take time off and focus on self-care.
Because she ain't like, because I don't get on her ass.
And she will. Because there'll be times where it's kind of like I catch myself like right now I'm a personal trainer, so I'm working on a lot of my certifications. So there'll be moments where
I've been seeing that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
So it's like I get so focused and caught up in everything that I'm doing that I don't take time to breathe. And then, your body responds. Like, no matter what you're going through, your body doesn't know what kind of stress that is enduring. There's a book called Your Body Keeps Score, and it's keeping score of any traumatic issues or activities that have gone on, whether you're happy or sad. Your body takes note of that, and it doesn't know what kind of stress that you're enduring. So whether it's, the stress of a test or a stress of an abusive relationship, it doesn't know. Your body's going to react the same. So for me, it's like I'm overworking, I'm stressing. My body shuts down. So when I'm finally feeling tired and I'm drained and I'm just not, cognitively functioning, that's when I know, okay, I need to sit.
Yeah.
I need to sit and relax. So just like how she's saying, like, yeah, being independent and hustling, all that stuff is all fine, but it is taxing on the body. If you're not taking care of yourself internally, then things is just gonna plateau, and eventually it's just gonna shut down.
It's taxing the mind,
it's
the
taxing.
body, the spirit, everything.
So like I was motivated, I see it, and I get the whole purpose of it. But yeah, it's kind of like, I want to sit back, and I want to, that's why I do travel, because so that way I can be away from that. I can just focus on enjoying myself on things I want to do. I want to go ride a motherfucking horse. I'm gonna ride a motherfucking horse. You want to go skydive? I'm gonna go skydive and sit on the beach and drink a mojito. I'm drinking that mojito.
So you very intentional. Very intentional.
I'm really starting to be really mindful in the actions that I'm taking place in.
Okay. I understand. I think we're in the same space. Like as far as just taking care of business and the everyday grind, yes, but still trying to be mindful. Like I need this day, I need this time, I need this space, and taking that time and not being unapologetic about it. You know what I mean? Like, nah, fam.
Treat yourself, don't you?
Nah, fam. It's not this. I'm good on today. Nah, baby.
And that's what it is. Some people are accustomed to people pleasing, that they'll put aside their own personal time to accommodate somebody or something of a situation
when you really need
and
that.
It's like you really need, and that's why it's like now I'm to the point where it's kind of like if it ain't serving me, I'm kind of like nah, that's a no for me, dog.
100. I feel you.
So does that?
But I always got time for food though.
Okay, all right, there's an exception.
Yeah, I'm about to say don't lie, because we do go.
I'll be tired as hell. You hungry? Yes.
What we doing?
One eye open. Yes.
Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead.
I was about to say this pizza didn't do them justice.
Oh, but quick question for you, or to answer your question. Mine, similar, watching, struggle parent. Like I said, I started working early. Like 9 was my thing. So I came from not getting things. So when your motivation is exactly, like mine was the ultimate struggle. You got to get it how you can. It was pushing carts, recycling cans and bottles, and this is early. Like, oh, I want these new shoes. Mom over here, oh, you want these Payless shoes? Like, I got those for you. I'm like, I'm getting talked about, man. I can't be, rocking this. So
what high school did you go to?
I went to Hawthorne High.
LA?
Yeah.
What about you?
Fontana High.
Full High.
Yeah, she all right.
Full High killer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what
Full High, gang. Don't worry about the making place. We was cool. We was vibing until you said that.
So, I mean, it's what it is.
You a rebel.
I forget for
you're a rebel.
I forget.
We always.
I'm gonna let this slide.
It's okay.
We go. This is gonna be rebel for life. So it's not like it's what it
You
is.
too?
Yeah. I've known Tyler since
seventh grade. I love y'all, but I just want to let y'all know y'all can't catch the fake.
I mean,
the only thing I can't talk mess on is y'all football team, because y'all had our coach and y'all been whooping our ass ever since.
I mean, basketball wasn't too bad.
No. Our basketball team was actually pretty solid as opposed to our football team. Soccer, track and field, basketball was alright.
I had a question. I forgot what the question was though.
I got a question.
Go ahead, Tyler, because I forgot mine.
Just a part 2 of that question. When men approach you, do they often feel intimidated, like by your independence, or do they feel you like, let me take care of you, or do you get the question? And how often do you get it?
What's up?
Why are you single? Up? They see you out here with your independence, and like, oh, why are you single? And just answer that.
What's up?
Just what would do men with that independence?
What them DMs be like?
No.
First of all, DMs initially
shut down, broken.
Oh my gosh.
So the DM is the wrong
approach. I screenshot to show her what be going on.
Is that the wrong approach?
But No, aside from that, I would say as far as independence, I think it really solely depends on the status, not status, but I guess you say the status that the guy is currently in.
Okay.
Because I've had guys that were intimidated. And so it was to the point where it's kind of like, well, if you're financially stable and you're living on your own and you're doing this and that and the other, and you got all of this and you're single, you must be crazy. And it's kind of like, I literally had a guy personally try to get my number just so he could find out if I was crazy or not. And I was like, yeah, this is a no-go because it'd be all right, crazy. So,
okay, can you define crazy for us?
Crazy.
There's different levels of
so
crazy.
Well, I would say his definition of crazy is if I have all of this stuff and I'm single, then I must be obnoxious. I must have an attitude. I must hit niggas. Like, I'm like, what kind of...
I got that DM the other day.
Like,
you look like you beat niggas.
Yeah, and I'm all like,
you
what?
beat niggas? What the fuck?
I am 5'2" and I'm 25. What man am I going to beat on personally? No. You look like you beat niggas.
Well,
and I've had guys that are insecure because I guess maybe I have something that they don't have. So, for example, like I have my own place, and if they don't have their own place, or I'm traveling and they're not traveling, you know, it's like certain stuff like that. Like I just dealt with somebody it was like a whole financial situation. I really think he was broke, but you know, I digress. It was still projection that was onto me to make me feel bad for the things that I had.
So what they do.
What do you guys find to be like the biggest like turn off or the biggest problem that you guys find in when meeting a gentleman or
the approach?
It's really the approach, honestly, because it's like okay, y'all. Yes, and this is a live
podcast.
Shoot your shot, but shoot it correctly. All right, as a single woman,
she said,
yes. And I don't got I can say this live because ain't nobody should be sitting at home talking about what about me? No.
Everything I speak is real.
But it's really
you need to slap
but it's really your approach. Like I literally just sent her a screenshot of a guy that was in my messages and he was talking about like
what the fuck? Y'all niggas crazy,
his game was can I ask you a question? You're really beautiful, and I just want to kiss on you and touch your booty.
Oh, yeah.
But that's no offense, though. Like, I hope that ain't offending you. And I was like, yes, I do feel offended. I'm not interested. Your approach is not what I'm looking for. I hope you find it in somebody else. And then he switched it up. He was like, well, I did find it in somebody else. I got to go to, a younger age because women over 25 got, love issues and trust issues and all that baggage. But I just want to let you know that I see you seeing me. And I'm like, well, hold up, sir. How you going to get at me and then say that you got somebody else but then come at me like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I get it.
Why? That's the question. Why y'all do that?
Why?
Why?
I want to know who teaches y'all this.
Who teaches you this talent?
Like who said like what's up, shiny baby? Like
Tyler,
you dropped something, my heart.
No. Wait, what was that recent one that I posted?
You
are a masterpiece, and I just want to nail you.
I said, what in the slavery?
It was at this moment that he knew.
He fucked up. I said, wait, what? This is a pickup line or is it a death threat?
But this is the shit that happens though.
And he was like, I just want to get to know you more. How, Sway?
If I'm nailed, I'll probably
you ain't got the answer.
And then my question is, which one of you nappy headed bitches
allow this?
Are letting them talk to us like this and y'all
fall for the okie doke.
So
that's why it's a problem. Y'all standards is low.
It's not us, it's the women.
It's both parties.
It's both parties. You initiated and they accepted.
Who raised you to talk like that?
Not my mama.
Y'all homies and them niggas on the corner.
It's like, hey, yo, how's this line? Go use that on us. Go use that. You definitely
like, hey,
the energy. It's that.
You gotta be like, hey, baby girl. Hey, pink sweats.
Hey, pink sweats. Let's say, baby girl.
Where all that ass going, girl?
It's the PDA.
Like, okay, like today I was going into a store minding
Some
my
of them
own
don't have
business.
big
What
dicks
store? What
at all
store?
for that type of energy.
What store was it?
It was a liquor store, mind your business. But
Gas stations, liquor
so I was
stores,
minding my own business, and some guy come out and says, "Hey, Fine and Fly, hey, Fine and Fly, I know you hear me." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And immediately we were talking about impulse. The resting bitch face was like, "What?" And he said, "Why you looking on me? That me looking like Erykah Badu's daughter."
It was at this moment that he knew. He
And
fucked
I
up.
took that
Erykah Badu's daughter.
like, what made you say her daughter though?
Huma, do you know how old she is, bro?
Pedophilish ass
I'm
nigga.
gonna have to let me see.
I had a nigga with missing teeth try to get at me on some vicious shit. I walked in, he was like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Fine." He's like, "I know that." I was like, "Thank you." He's like, "Can I talk to you?" I was like, "Nah, I cost too much." He was like, "Bro," he was like, "My bitches cost more than you." I said, "I bet you both of them together is not going to
It ain't gonna equate.
sir." His homie gonna say, "You gonna miss your meal ticket." I said, "If this nigga had bread, wouldn't you think his mouth would be fixed? How are you missing all them teeth?" And you talking about what?
Was he whistling while you was talking?
No, I didn't get the promises. I didn't get that.
Y'all got me on that one. That shit was too funny.
For real, it be for real.
Let me see. Out of all the pickup lines, I always get referred to somebody light skinned with green eyes. Number one is always going to be Erykah Badu. At times I get Jada Pinkett, but I had one guy. Now, man, he was in a wheelchair, disabled, had a speech impediment, but he was like, "Girl, you fine, you gorgeous." And I said, "Yeah, thank you." And I opened the door for him. He was like, "You like Vanessa Williams?"
Vanessa
I think he was a little tongue in that too.
Is that Stage the Last Dance?
I said, Lord, save me.
The stuff y'all, man, the shit we hear on a daily basis. And then when y'all get rejected, y'all like to call us bitches, hoes. It's just the most crazy shit. Like, why you mad? Because your approach was off. And you ain't winning nothing.
So it be the men a lot. It be the men a lot. That's what you're saying.
It's both because it's the men that approach and the women that accept that. Because if women accept that, then he's gonna
think it's okay.
It's like, oh yeah,
so
baby.
It worked on the last three girls.
He's
gonna work on her.
Continue to do. And we gonna be that 2% to cuss you the fuck out.
And then you like, what the hell? Her problem?
What's wrong with you?
You raggedy bitch. Didn't nobody.
That's why your ass is lonely now.
Flat booty bitch.
That's why your ass is single and lonely.
Pancake booty.
Go do your squats, skinny ass.
SpongeBob built bitch.
And we be like, damn, why you talking shit? All I said was, I'm not interested, sir. Have a good day. That's all I said. And I get called skinny bitch and need to do my squats. It really be like that. Be like that.
Come on, my fellas. Oh my God. Come on, fellas. Come. Y'all
That's why we say,
y'all gotta
come correct.
Yeah.
Come correct.
Like I want
be a happy kid.
Approach goes a long way, baby.
You heard it from two independent women. Just come.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm not trying to be
How are you
mean.
doing?
I'm not trying
How are
to be
you, man?
difficult. You probably catch me in the middle of a thought process because I know sometimes
Keep going.
because I know
Are you writing
sometimes
this down?
when I'm thinking, my thinking face look mean, but I'm really like, dang, what am I about to eat in 30 minutes for some story? Ooh, man.
That don't mean, hey, why you look so mean, baby
Why
girl?
you look mean, baby girl, Miss Fan Flash?
Smile.
So fellas,
You too pretty to look so mad.
So fellas, you want to grab some lunch?
Yeah, no, this portion like this. Just portion like this real quick.
Are you Charlie Wilson?
Really, Charlie was.
Just portion like this.
This is definitely an intermission now.
We've been in the mission like 3 intermissions.
Pass that Stella Rosa.
I'm like, wait, is he taking a break?
How you doing? I'm Charlie. Last name Wilson. I was wondering if I could time invite you to my house.
I forgot this is live.
Remember, my name is Charlie.
My cash app handle is. I'm gonna get a little out of here.
You don't have to do it.
Okay, AJ. He's like, I've been using all these last
I am a big Charlie
He
fan.
forget his name AJ. He like, I'm Charlie Wilson. Hey, that's your alias. Your alias Charlie.
See smooth.
Right. See smooth Charlie Wilson, you already know. Mimi, baby, Mimi. Mimi, baby, Mimi. That was Gap Band.
Charlie.
Hey, they got some bangers though.
I just say this: make sure that you're. It don't even have to be us, but just women in general. Just make sure your approach is not a place. You know, you got to think of it like this: like when you give a massage, are you hard and are you aggressive? No, you get that oil. You caress the skin, you massage. Then when the lady says, "Can you go to the right and get underneath the shoulder blade?" That's when you like,
oh, that's the spot right there.
To the right.
That's the spot.
Yeah. What's some call it? But some women do like aggressive. Like they like.
You'll know based off of the simple conversation that you have. Yeah. Yes, you'll know right off that. If you like, hey, shawty, she like, yeah, that's gonna work. If you like, hey, shawty, she look at you like,
bitch, get out of my face.
Nigga.
Then that's when you go, I'm Charlie.
Yeah. Okay.
Just don't say nothing corny.
Fellas, y'all getting some game on the grind show right now. Y'all getting some game right now.
Because that corny shit gonna get you talked about in the group chat.
Your corny shit gonna get screenshot
group chat fast.
Girl, look at this. Look at this.
He thought he was doing something.
She done showed me, y'all. So you already know y'all getting flagged. Y'all getting looked at.
Shots fired.
So
and stop sending your penis through the mail. If we ain't asked for it, don't send it, please.
Luckily, I don't get too much.
Especially if it's not swinging.
She wants the swinging, y'all.
It's not even that. It's just I didn't ask for these.
I
didn't ask for it.
If you're gonna do that, make sure it's swinging.
Right. At least if you're gonna be bold, be bold enough to have the shalom. Like y'all be seeing the dicks like, hey, send one back. I'm gonna send you a pic of somebody else's titties like man said. Now you over here mad because you didn't thought I didn't send you something. Like,
okay, I know it's not a lie. I know it's not a lie. You got.
I was showing him.
Oh, so it's not a lie.
I was showing him Mr.
So while that happens, what do you?
I was just gonna say, is a date enough?
What?
Like,
is one date
enough for what?
Yeah, like just out to eat, like.
You like me for what?
You know what I mean? Like, is a date enough to start to get to know someone? You
can get to know somebody before you even go on a date. I feel like you chit chat with somebody before you even go
to that point. Okay, but where are you chit chatting at?
I mean, I don't mind talking to you on the phone first. Like, I'm one of those. I'm really not like a texter. Unless I'm at work. Like, I want to hear your voice. We can sit and talk so I don't misconstrue your tone, what you mean. I'm really big on miscommunication. So I want to hear your voice.
What would you guys give to the ladies out there as far as them trying to, like, date and, maybe they've been single for a while and, they want to get out there? Like, what would you guys give to them?
Know what your deal breakers are. Set your boundaries and know what your needs are as well.
And work on yourself first, because you can't be looking for somebody to bring you something you're not willing to give.
A lot of women are saying, I want me a financial stable man. I want him to be fine. I want him in the gym. I don't want him to have this. But they're not doing none of that themselves. So how are you going to ask for something that you can't even give?
I hate the line, well, I'm the table. Because y'all both coming to eat at this place. This is a place both of y'all are coming to me. It's not, oh, I'm the table, the chair, to this, to that. It sounds like you got everything figured out. So what the fuck is he here for?
You know how you go to a restaurant and usually they have a table for like 2 or 4, and then when you have a bigger party, they bring those tables together? That's kind of like what it is. It's like, I almost get kind of tired when people say, well, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
Well, when you met me, I'm pretty sure you already saw the items that I provide. So... It's not, what brought you to the table in the first place? Was it the entree? Was it the appetizer? Was it the glass of wine that you seen?
To the table. What did you see on the table?
What made you want to sit at this table in the first place?
Some of that menu that caught your attention.
Exactly.
So that's the question.
I think guys do have to be a little bit more intentional with their dating and stuff. Like, not just go with the, I'm just trying to fuck. Like, what are you trying to do? You know what I mean?
And that's why when it comes to dating, You have to be better at vetting people that you're dating and talking to. That's why it's almost like talking on the phone, texting is cool and all, but when you actually have that first interaction, that right there should really tell you like, okay, I can do a second date. I have this connection. I have this chemistry with this person. I can see myself going on a second date with you. Yeah. Actually, there's moments where they'll meet up at a coffee shop just to have a meet and greet, and the vibe is so well that they end up going on a date. That same day, like, oh, you know what? You got anything? No, you want to go do it? All right, let's go. And then you have a whole night, and then you go.
Where you got the creeps? Because remember the date I just went on not too long ago. I'll say it. So I went on a date with an older gentleman.
As I pour.
How old?
He's not. He's
sip.
45.
No, he's like 40. He was 40. We went out to eat, and I'm not really picky. Like first dates, we're getting to know each other, so I'm not really tripping on what you're saying.
We grown now, so we.
My thing is our conversation, what we bring to the table. As long as you ask me what I like, first off, let's back up. If you're asking me to go out off top, you should already have options, or you should already be asking me what I like, so you have an idea. Don't wait till the day of the date. Now you're asking me what do you want to do. I hate that. If you're gonna ask me, I already know what you want. Yeah. Now we went on this date.
And what is that?
What you mean?
Like, what do you think guys want?
No, I'm just saying, as far as going out on the first date, what do you, if you know I like to eat, that too. But if you know I like to eat, let's go eat. Let's go bowling. Let's go somewhere where we can actually sit and talk with each other. I don't feel like a movie is a good place for a first date because we can't really sit.
We're not interacting with each other. You're interacting with the movie.
And then I feel like we're not in high school and niggas do that because they want to. I'm not here for that.
We go watch this popcorn.
Yeah, like
in my lap.
With him, we went out to eat at like
over here.
Right, like that old ass.
Remember the slide?
Pushing me back like,
let me go ahead and
kind of tucking it.
Tuck it in real quick.
Put your head down here and let my
Yeah, I'm saying.
Shout out to the high school days, y'all.
But I'm saying
we gotta step it up, y'all. We gotta step it up.
Our first date was cool. We were talking. We got to know each other. We were gonna go on the second date. The only creepy thing was before date 2, he wanted me to be his girlfriend.
It's a little different.
Halfway. He like, I don't even know your likes. Just
getting to know each other.
Exactly. So I feel like after I told him like, hey, look, like this is a little too soon. Let's put the brakes on it.
So who do you think catch feelings faster, guys or?
I feel like it depends on your own emotional level.
It depends on your emotion. Your
maturity level?
No, not your maturity level, but like, how you can control your emotions. Your emotional intelligence, that's what it is. You're being able to
understand.
Not also being able to understand, but knowing yourself, knowing how your environment is, and being aware of other people and their emotions as well. Because you may really like this person, but if you're not paying attention to their body language and how they react to you, you may get it misconstrued like, oh, we both are made for each other, so let's be together. Right. And the whole time their body language is kind of like, I'm not really digging you like that. Some people be so caught up in their own vibe and their own world that they're not paying attention to their own surroundings.
So,
and I got ghosted after that because I was just like, I ain't gonna do this.
Well, he was going for something, yeah. But overall, would you say women or men?
It depends.
Like if you just had to, off the top of the head, men or women, who's giving it up first?
I'm saying it's neck and neck these days.
It's neck and neck. Because I've had some guys that are like, I love you after 2 weeks. And it's like, yo.
Or after that first
you don't even know my favorite color.
Oh, I love you.
It's my baby.
Get that first hit. They like, I want it all the time.
Let me hit it to the left.
Like, are you coming home? I made dinner. Like, what the fuck, bitch? We live together now?
He said, "Did we live together now?"
I left the key under the mat. Like, what the fuck?
I think it's really based on the emotional availability. Because all right. I know some overly emotional men that are like, "But I love you." 2 days.
The nerve of you not loving me back.
I said I love you. Why didn't you say that?
Take the love, anime. Take the love.
Oh God,
Piece of shit.
Okay, go ahead. You good?
Oh, you want to slide her phone back?
Oh, what was I looking, bro?
I was showing you the message.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Look at all the
Well, you know,
He got in this
No,
conversation.
I don't know.
I would just say that, you know, it's good to have a woman's perspective. Especially, we do have a lot of male listeners because we talk a lot about, you know, the grind. And, you know, me and Tyler, we've talked a lot about our grind and how we've came up. And part of that grind is women. You know, women play a huge factor in if you're going to be a successful man or not. So, you know, I respect Star. I respect Naciya. You know, I think they're wonderful women, and you know, I want to hear their perspective on different things, especially as it pertains to how it affects a man. You know what I mean, and how it affects women.
They always say like, you know,
what I mean?
the man is you really can see a man just the women he chooses.
Yeah,
and I always take that into consideration with myself too, because it's kind of like, all right, what kind of man is choosing me, and what am I providing? So it's like. It makes me really delve into myself and be like, okay, so what can I contribute to a relationship? Mm-hmm. What are my vices? What are my insecurities that I do need to work on, you know, in order to attract the man or attract the husband that I am looking for, that matches me. So I get that.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's like a slim percentage of men that you really want? Because, you know, they talk about high value men, low value men. Is there like a small slim pickings? Do you guys feel like there's a small women of men that you do want, like besides the you know what I mean, like because I just heard some shit on Instagram the other day where it says a good man ain't even good enough no more. You know what I mean? Like, do you need the extraordinary? You know what I mean?
Man? I feel like it's who you see fit for you. What is good to you. Mm-hmm. And that should be based off of your own thought process. Like, you can have a great man, but in your head, he's great until you get on Instagram. And now he's not doing enough because you just seen this nigga go all out and do flowers and roses. Now he's not good enough.
Till you see his apartment.
It's right. But then it's like, how are you helping him too? Because you can help build him up also instead of just looking for him.
And then it makes me also pose the question: who's asking these questions? What makes a good man? Is this stemming from a man, or is it stemming from a woman that thinks she knows the definition of what a good man is?
And is she good enough for that good man she's asking for? Because some women will ask for a good man and they'll get one, and vice versa. It'll be a man that'll ask for a good woman, they get him and fumble the whole.
Yes, women fumble the ball too.
Thank you.
Everybody
women fumble the ball
because I ain't gonna lie, I fumbled a couple good niggas, and that's because of my own insecurities and the things that I've seen in the past experience that I've been through. So I can take the accountability. They know who they are. I've talked to them about it. Like we cool. It'll probably never be us, but at least they got that opportunity to hear me say I fucked up, because we as women we're always, well, he did.
I did nothing.
That's the first time I've actually heard that.
Men never ever get to hear I was wrong.
That's the first time
I had that situation where I fumbled the ball, and I took accountability after. I was just like, damn, that was like my impulse, like really reacting. I apologize. And, you know, was trying to rectify the situation. But with some people, I mean, I get it. You can say sorry all you want, but they don't have the obligation to accept you for who, or to take you back anymore. You know, sometimes a true apology is change behavior, and that takes time. It don't happen over a day. And an apology is not going to change that either.
I commend y'all, because I really never heard like women talk like that. Like, where they
say that we admit that we fumbled
the ball. They don't like taking accountability.
Hey,
women always,
you know who you are where I fumbled the ball. You know.
I mean, I take responsibility all the time.
I'm sorry.
I'm big on that.
You're gonna bring
baby, come back.
And ladies, it is okay. Hold on, wait. While we're talking about it, ladies, it is okay to treat a man. It is okay to take a man on a date.
You can take him on a date.
It is okay. Yes. I don't know why y'all think it's just, he has to do. It is okay. Appreciate him. Just like you want him to go get your nails done, your hair done, and we know our shit ain't cheap.
And don't just buy him socks and drawers.
Right. pay for that fine cut Friday, buy nigga haircut Friday, go buy the nigga new shoes. Y'all be like, oh, I don't want to buy him no shoes because he gonna walk out my life with the next bitch. But at the same time, you want him to go buy you some Louboutins and some Air Forces, this, that, and the third. Also, materialistic things are not everything. Please stop tying yourself to tangible things in relationships. Because when you're broke and you can no longer buy tangible things, what do you have left?
What's the substance left?
Man, y'all real as fuck.
Always.
What's some call it?
I had to get that off my chest because I hear bitches don't
church preaching tabernacle.
Niggas all day.
The church. Let the church.
But let me say this: I will take a man out as long as the energy is reciprocated.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm
not gonna overextend my part. I'm not going to do the most for bare minimum behavior. So if you want somebody to step up, meet me where you want me to meet you.
That's what I was thinking about. Like a relationship, you know, you're serving each other. You know what I mean? Like. If you know your man likes something, do something for your man. If you know your woman likes something, do something for your woman. Like that's what it's all about. And it's back and forth. It's nobody's cup should be empty, right?
I'm always an advocate of like you wouldn't have to worry about your own cup if you poured into her cup because your cup getting full while you pouring in her cup. Yeah. You ain't even gotta look down. You ain't even gotta worry. Just pick it up and sit. It's probably gonna be overflowing. Too much for you to have if you just keep.
And this goes for both.
Yeah.
When it's being done upon you, say thank you.
Facts.
Show how much you appreciate
even the little things. Even the things that you might even think that, oh, you don't need to thank me for, or you don't. No. I'm going to show you the proper of what makes a big deal to me. It may not mean a lot to you, but I'm going to show you that I'm attentive enough to show that I am paying attention to what you're doing, even the littlest thing that you don't have to do. It is not an obligation. It is a privilege. And I appreciate and I honor you for it.
Amen.
Yeah. We're going to have to take a shot after this. Probably.
Yo, I got to end this though. To really end this because we've been talking for a long time. We can probably keep going
for a long time.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you have this.
It sounds like a part two
duo in here.
Part two for sure coming. What I just because I want to ask this to every guest that comes on here, and you guys have been such a great guest,
gracious host.
Yeah,
special guest host.
They've probably been the host. Just to be honest, it's probably the grind show featuring AJ and Tyler. It's probably like that's what this did.
Follow us on YouTube, y'all. Subscribe.
But what advice, like where you guys are now in your growth and all that you know now, what advice now would you go back and give your younger self?
Can I give some context to that?
Good.
You know, because Naciya, you kind of started off in college. We didn't get into her high school, elementary days. You know, like sometimes we go back. You know what I mean?
So just whatever the part.
Yeah. But we're sure there was stuff you had to overcome during those times. Even now, I'm sure you're still growing into the woman you want to become.
But I think
you know what I mean?
heard a bit of it.
Yeah, we did.
As far as her motivation to be independent and going back to like we heard going back. Like we didn't get to maybe the bit of we went back. You know, back.
Yeah, but even then, like, what was something that you know you really struggled with, like where you had to like really kind of overcome that, like where you didn't know, like shit, like I'm kind of lost. You know what I mean? Because I feel like
procrastinating. I would have to say definitely that, and taking my own self accountability because I mean being on my own, I did have to start from rock bottom and build myself up, and that took a lot of mental power. Because there'd be like certain tasks where I'm like, I can push it back, I can push it back, I can put deadlines like tomorrow, and I'm like, oh snaps, I gotta get this done. So I realized that in order for me to be successful and achieve the things that I want, that responsibility is solely on me. Yeah. And I can only blame myself if I fail or if things aren't going the way that I want it to go.
Yeah.
I can't blame nobody but mom.
I hear you. That's a lot of people right there.
I would say an advice to my younger self would be if you see something that you know you can achieve, do everything you can to achieve it. Take action. There was a quote. I was listening to Will Smith's autobiography, and he was saying, he said that if you don't conquer yourself, you'll be conquered by self. And I felt like my advice with that was fear, procrastination, and no self-love or self-respect to myself of achieving my stuff. So I was holding myself back. And in order for me to change that, I had to figure out what was going to be my game plan. I created me a vision board so I can physically see the things that I wanted to do. And within that vision board for a year, I started breaking it down, goals every month, and start achieving that. So that way it wasn't like I was procrastinating. I was making small strides to the big things, to the bigger picture that I saw.
Yeah.
And that's how I was able to get myself going. So if I would have started that younger, I probably would have been more far ahead in life.
What stopped you from that? What did you feel like you're not worthy? Did you not
fear pressure, and insecurity? There's a lot of things that I was trying to go for, and I let family members, I let certain friends like deter me from that.
You know what's strange to me? Because I find you're a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? And the fact that you say that, it's like, why wouldn't this girl be confident in herself? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't she have that love for herself? Because you probably look in the mirror like, I look good. You know what I mean? Like, what, like, well, you know what I mean?
Those are internal battles that I was dealing with myself. That would have to be for a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
But there were things that I was dealing with myself that I just didn't see that everybody else saw. Like, people are like, hey, you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're this and that. But on the other front, there were other comments and remarks that I was hearing that weren't so flattering, So I think I was I think I turned more to the negative comments than I was listening to the positive comments. So it was to the point where it's kind of like, yeah, I hear all of that all the time, but this stuff right here that I'm hearing, maybe this is the true me. Maybe this is something I have to work on. And it wasn't even me. It was just other people's insecurities and perceptions onto me. And I made that seed. I let them plant that seed, reframe my thought, and let it grow. And I had to cut those weeds out.
Yeah, that projection and that support system.
That's a whole manipulation process.
Man, that's huge. That's huge. I feel you. I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
Sorry, if you had to give yourself, younger self, maybe one piece of advice, what would it
That's a lot.
be? Just one. Or two.
It'll be a couple. One would be, you're enough. You're enough. That's for sure. You don't have to, appease everyone. And it's okay to set boundaries for yourself, as well as, still being able to communicate effectively with people, even when you don't see eye to eye with others. Because I'm one of those, even though I can't get through, I'll still try to get you to understand without giving you those breathing moments. So it's setting positive boundaries for myself. And basically not letting someone shit on me and feel like I have to now find a way to shit down on me. So just being okay with being you and being your authentic self and not letting anybody get in your life while you're doing
your thing. Can I ask you guys this? Because I know a lot of people struggle with this. I've even struggled with this in my personal battles. What are some positive boundaries for you ladies as far as women?
Comfortably saying no. Because I've stemmed from a people pleaser base or background. And so it was more so to have people like me or to feel accepted. I have to make sure that you're all right or make sure that you get what you need and put my needs last. And I seen the saying that was saying, like, when you put your needs last and put other people's first, is you're telling them that they're more important than you are. And so I think that's where a lot of self-care was needed for me. So
I think that goes on both sides, but I think maybe guys kind of like you know, they're more like, okay, this I need my shit first. You know what I mean? But I think women are more willing to give themselves more
because we're more nurturers.
Yeah.
We're nurturers, and we're emotional more than logical, which is giving. But I had to start setting healthy boundaries where I had to completely just tell people no. And now I'm to the point where I'm comfortably saying no without giving an explanation. You should just accept it for what it is. Now, if I feel comfortable, obligated giving you an explanation, no, because of blah, 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 blah. But if it's something that I know for sure, like, why are you even asking me this? No. Why? No.
Just no.
Just a simple no. With a smile.
No. And that's the part I struggle with, not giving an explanation when you say no. Because I'll find myself still trying to explain why I'm telling you no. Just so you don't feel some type of way. But it's like, fuck how you feel. Like, how do I feel at the end of the day? Like,
my also healthy boundary for me was just telling people or not even telling people, but separating myself from certain like negative energy or negative self-talk and stuff, because you know, other people's energy can affect yours. Yeah. Just like how they say, like, there's a table turn of energy. So someone's coming to you and they're like, oh my God, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I could take in so much, but then it's to the point where it's kind of like, all right, okay, so now it's to the point where it's like, okay, are you venting to me or are you trying to find a solution? Because at the end of the day, if you're venting, I'm gonna let you talk. But if you want a solution, I'm gonna need you to let me talk. So we can work this through. Right. And if you just want to complain and not solve anything, then I'm sorry, but I have a threshold for that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do just be,
dumping.
And that's what I said. Because I used to be one of those. I used to emotionally dump. I know I used to do it to you often.
I'm guilty of that too. I'm guilty of that too.
It's okay to admit to a certain extent, but your friends are not your therapist. And if you feel at some point that you are oversharing or over venting with your friends and you feel like, oh, every time you call, they don't want to talk, at some point, that's them trying not to tell you they don't want to talk to you. So start seeking outside help. Yeah. If you have IHP, I know for a fact they give you guys 27 free sessions. If you do have it, look into it. There are services out there for you.
And I don't think dumping is necessarily wrong. I just think that if you're just dumping just to dump, then that's wrong. But if you're actually dumping and trying to get feedback and trying to kick in what the other person is saying to try to help you, then okay, you know what I mean? Like, but some people dump just to
continue.
And they don't really take heed of what the other person is saying to try to help you. Like, you gotta take this action.
Which is why I was saying, are you venting or are you trying to search for a solution? Yeah. And it's kind of like, all right, that gives the person that's speaking a kind of like that mind frame, like, okay, so what am I doing? Because if you're venting to me, I'm going to let you vent. I'm gonna let you just get it all out, and I'll be that safe space for you.
Just what you need.
Yes, if that's what you need. But if it's to the point where now it's consistently, we're talking about the same situation over and over again, it's becoming redundant. And it's kind of like, all right, you've already repeated this 5 times. We haven't found a solution for it. You're choosing to be here. What are we doing?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, men and women, deal with that alone. Like, you know, we all have friends and stuff, and we all have family that sometimes like that, but you know, you just gotta be mindful, and sometimes you do have to set that boundary. Like, I can't do this today right now, bro. I can't do this right now, girl. You know what I mean?
Because you might be going through something too, and it's taxing. Just like how we were talking about filling cups. If my cup is empty and you're expecting something from me and I can't give it, it's kind of like I need this water for myself. I'm dehydrated. Yeah. I can't give you anything that I don't have. Let me fill myself up first and overflow, and then I can give you what I have.
And that's part of relationships, you know. Get yourself 100 or 99, 97, whatever percentage you need or whatever. You know, get yourself right, and then, you know what I mean? Now you can serve. Now you can do what you need to do.
Yep.
Because you start putting all that on that other person, and you're expecting for them to be able to handle all of that. They already got their own stuff that they're dealing with.
And plus, some of the friends that you have, they may not be giving the proper advice. I try to give the best advice I can, but if I can't help you in that, I'll feel bad. I'll be like, I don't know what to do. You know, let me know what I can do for you. But if I don't have anything to say, or if I don't have any good advice. Like, you know, I might be like, you might be like, oh, I'm so tired of this guy. And I'm like, well, fuck him then. But then,
you
that may not be good
that
advice. Yeah. So it's kind of like, all right, so I need to figure out how beneficial am I to you to help you grow or get where you need to go.
I like that. I think healthy boundaries is very important in our community. Like we struggle with that a lot. I see it all the time. You know, I can go into my own story.
You're not this. You're not that.
Yeah, I see it all the time. And then sometimes people want to like you said, they want to bash them for not serving you or helping you. It's like, nah, man. Like, let the motherfucker be. Let them do their thing. Let them get themselves right. And you know, eventually, it's not like, oh, I'm dissing you or anything, or I'm not gonna be your friend, or we not family or anything. It's like, I understand, like, you going through something, get yourself good, and then we come back to it. Like, I got homies like that right now to this day. To this day!
I just want you to explain what you mean by that. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all all know what I'm talking about, man. Don't sit up here and try to bait and not know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what the fuck I talk about when I say these things. Y'all people too.
Explain it. Not everybody knows what you're talking about.
Radio Raheem, I don't have to explain what's understood, man. You know what I mean by that. You know what I say about that. I ain't got to go further. And if anybody don't understand that, then God be with them. Go look up the history. Go look up the history. Shit, don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit. See what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know what. I dare you to sit up there and say, explain. You know what I'm talking about, man. He's fighting people. You know we've been fighting 400 and still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day.
You know, that, you know, we know, like, I need some space. I need space to come right back to it. And we boys for life.
I was about to touch right now, bitch. I was about to do it. I was about to do it. I was about to time it. You want to do it, or you want me to do it?
You can do it. She knows. She knows.
It is what it is, and I think more people have to understand that, because they be getting in their feelings and they feel a certain type of way, and then, you know, that's when real friendships get messed up. It's like,
I don't say it gets messed up, they get challenged.
Yeah. Challenge, yes.
They get challenged.
Because people take things personal. It's like, don't take it personal. Like, have a conversation. Like, we're all adults. We're not kids. So if there's something that's bothering you, you should be able to come to me and discuss it. Like, me and her will have moments where she'll go MIA. That's just the type of person she is. I'm sorry to put your business
out in Greece.
She's the type she go through some shit you will not hear from the guy. She might tell you she's going on I might be the MIA. She might not even tell you. The bitch just might just disappear. I'm the type, oh bitch, you're gone. I'm about to pop up at your house. Hey, excuse me. Are you at home?
All right. Where you at?
Yeah, because she's like, I need a break.
This woman lives right damn near down the street around the corner from me, and she would disappear. And I have to hit her up and be like, hey, Kaya, how are you?
She goes into her hermit show. That's just who she is.
No, I'm good. But you disappeared. All right. What's new? Like, I'll push the issue.
He does push the issue. What's new? What are you doing? Are you at work right now?
I will keep pushing until I hear something substantial. To where it's like, hey, okay, I know she's good, or either I know she's not. But either way, I know, like, that's the thing about me. Like, I don't have to push it too much, because I know. But it's so funny that you're between me and Star, because it's like, if I don't, she will. If I don't know, she knows. So it's like, you won't get away with that much without me or her.
I'm not popping.
You know what's going
on. I just feel like
she's popped up on me.
I just feel like you understand your people. You understand your friends.
I love them.
But see, you have friends that be friends with you for a minute who still don't understand that. Because I've watched people who have been friends with me and oh, I didn't know. Like, why are you like that? Like, you know this. Like,
so are they really friends?
Exactly, and that's the thing too. It's like, you should know me well enough after all this time to know if I disappear, if something happens, something's not right. You should be able to come talk to me, not take it personal. Like, oh, you're acting funny. No, clearly something's wrong, and I needed to take a step back. So maybe you should be asking, hey, what's up with your behavior?
And just to open up and be vulnerable. Like I said before, I've had both parents I've been in a household where both parents were emotionally unavailable. My stepfather and my mom. My biological father wasn't really in my life until 18, and still then he's still on a whole Rolling Stone situation. So when it comes to me wanting or feeling overwhelmed emotionally, or I'm going through something, it's still taking upon me to work on being vulnerable and talk to people. I still shut up and lock up and be in my hermit mode. I need moments. I need that space and I need that moment to process. And then when I am ready to talk, I will talk. I'll be like, all right, cool. So this is what was going through. But when I'm really like feeling overwhelmed and stuff like that, I bottle it in.
Yeah.
And I'll be at home and I keep to myself until I get right.
I think a lot of women are in your boat. Not just women, but men too.
I think men too.
Yeah.
I get that way. I'm not as open. People don't know. They gotta really push it out of me sometimes. Like I don't tell the whole thing. Like I'll be like, I'll say very vague, like I'm going to do some stuff. Like it's just a lot. But I won't like dive deep into it. I'll even tell you, I don't feel like talking about it. I'm not there. I don't care. I know it may not seem right, but I just don't want to go there.
Can I ask one more question before we go into like Black business? Yeah. Gotcha. Tyler, you can answer this too. Actually, Tyler, I think you answered this before.
Let them answer.
But what do you guys do to like get yourself into that space? I kind of touched on it a little bit with the Star. But what do you guys do to get yourself in that space to where you can be vulnerable, you can be open, your lively, your energetic self without having to have that pressure of like, do y'all meditate? Do y'all pray? Y'all go to God? Like, I know it's some traveling on there. Wow,
smoke weed every day.
Right there. You know what I mean? What gets y'all there to where y'all can do it, on cue, like on your own terms, basically, without having anybody else, on your own terms. How you get there?
Positive self-talk, affirmations. I have to consciously kind of give myself some sort of affirmation. I realized that I've had a lot of negative self-talk to myself, and I did that as a form of checking myself and giving myself accountability. But I didn't realize that I wasn't being soft with myself. I'll be like, God damn it, Naciya, why are you doing this? Get up and get this. And then it wasn't to the point where I would be overworking myself, and I'm like, I'm not giving myself that good job, Naciya. You did well. Or Naciya, this situation was uncontrollable. You can't control this. It's all good. You did the best that you could. So I now try to make a conscious effort of that. Even when if I have to have a difficult conversation and I know I don't want to go through that, I'll just tell myself, it's better to have this conversation now, get it out the way so you can have clarity. At the end of the day, if this is not going to affect you in 5 years, don't let it affect you for 5 minutes. And that's
a bar.
That's a bar for sure.
So that's something I kind of live by.
Y'all hear that?
Man, say that again, just one time.
One time? All right.
Hold on.
I'll tell them, if it's not going to affect you for 5 years, don't let it affect you for 5 minutes. All right? All right. So, my boy used to tell me that. You got 3 weeks to get over it.
But it really helps you prioritize the stressful or anxious thoughts that you have. Because if I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn, I gotta really work on these certifications because it's gonna help with my career. Within 5 years, that's gonna help in 5 years, it's gonna help with my career. As opposed to, damn man, this nigga didn't text me in 3 minutes.
That's word of the day.
That ain't gonna affect me in 5 years. Don't let it affect you.
5 minutes is word of the day. Like, yo.
Bars.
But yeah. This is our segment where we like
wait, we didn't start.
My bad.
Lady. Come on now.
My bad.
Y'all used to having one guest on.
Yes, we are.
We can tell.
Like, you sure you don't want us both on there?
That's all. Like, they was asking us 5 questions. Oh, so start asking one question, 1 through 5, but you only gonna get to 2, and then we gonna ask the cuss.
We doing. Calm down.
It's all love. It's all love.
Anyway, your turn, Star.
For me, I've been really getting into trying to get more consistent in the gym, especially when it comes to being frustrated and angry. My therapist always said, what can you channel or how can you switch your negative feelings and emotions into something positive? So, and I feel because I struggle with my anger so much, and I know that my attitude can go from 0 to 100. When I feel those moments happen, I tend to like, let's go to the gym real quick. Let's go run this for 30, 35 minutes and take it all there and leave it there. When you walk out, let it be. Then there's times where I might go get a massage. Like, I had a horrible last day at work yesterday. Instead of me like really spazzing and like walking off the job, because I'm known to walk off of job if I do not see it serving me purpose. I would say fuck this and leave in the middle of a shift.
Too high.
And she called me fast.
I'll just walk out this bitch. I'm like, wait, well, where'd you walk out of?
She was there. She was there. She will.
She will.
You ain't gonna lie. It's not a lie. She will leave.
I'm coming over. You at home? I'm on my way.
I walked out. But instead of me doing things like that, I'm like, okay, you still need money. You still got to pay bills. You still got stuff to do. What can you do? Went and got a massage. Spent my little time there. Go ahead and do 30 minutes on the full body. Go ahead and spend 30 on the feet because I know that I get a lot of tension down there. So let's get it together. I started doing meditation with my Apple Watches. So in the morning when I first wake up, instead of me hopping on social media, I'll go ahead and do maybe 5 minutes of meditation on my phone and then start hopping on the skin routine and things like that. And then I'll go look at my phone. But I make sure that I have something for me in that moment, because I feel like when I hop on my phone and I look at social media, I'm already worried about somebody else and what they got going on, what's going on in the world, instead of tuning in with myself. So that's how I start my day, making sure I get me together, and then I'll focus on my kids and so forth after that. But I try to take more time out for self and be more self-aware of what's going on with myself. Because if I'm not good, my house not good, I can't run.
Can't run the show.
At all.
I love it. I love both of those answers. That's amazing.
Man.
I hope y'all heed that, man. I hope y'all heed that.
All.
Yeah, because that's some real shit right there.
I
do the same thing. You gotta take time for yourself. Self-care is best care.
For sure.
Even if it's little.
Right? Even if it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, get yourself right.
Even if you gotta sit in the car after you get off work before you walk in the house and get you that good 10-minute woosah.
Yeah, before your man, before your woman, before your kids. Get yourself right.
You're not gonna be good for anybody else if you're not.
Be not good with yourself.
You're just not. That's law. So
I'm good.
Anyways, this is our Black business segment.
Black business segment.
What I
we got a few black businesses in here.
What I want y'all to do.
To get some
is to brag a little bit about your businesses and endeavors that y'all have accomplished, or y'all about to, or things that y'all do during this Black business segment. Like, support yourselves. Anything that y'all feel comfortable with, like they want, that you guys want out or want to put out, whether it's credit or business or
we got the sleeper slave line. We got the.
Don't give them. Let them do what they.
Come on.
Let them AJ.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You taking so long, my nigga? Like,
I'm not taking long.
Come on. God.
I was gonna say, you the businesswoman.
Black.
I'm all sweaty.
I don't know. What's better?
Go first. Don't matter.
I mean, AJ already made the announcement of Sleep and Slay. Okay, so
I'm Star. I'm the owner of Sleep and Slay. But right now I'm rebranding, so I'm debating if I want to switch up the name and different things like that. So be on the lookout. Typically it's bonnets, do-rags, pajamas, lingerie, sleeping accessories, things like that. So like I said, I'm rebranding. Keep a lookout for that. Currently considering some other business ventures. I'm really big into like food and being a foodie, so I'm thinking about starting a foodie blog. So keep a lookout for that. She might be Me a couple times because that's
Because
my
we
partner in
love
crime. We're
food.
always out eating. So
I'm the yin, she's the yang.
check out my Instagram, her Instagram, because we'll be eating at the same places majority of the time. You will catch it. Mine is Miss Starbucks.
Starbucks.
STARR.
She always got Starbucks. All the
Yeah, I drink
time.
Starbucks
Never fails.
every morning.
Morning,
Don't drink
afternoon.
I forgot I only got you on Facebook.
Dang. That needs to change.
Yeah,
That needs to change. 2023.
Me and Star are getting to know each other.
That's fine. I got them already. They both my ride or die, so it's good.
We get to know each other.
Yeah, no, they be getting all possessive and shit.
I gotta protect what's mine, not your property.
I'm over here about to drink something that's not even in here. I was just gonna let you drink
the air.
The disrespect.
Sorry, do you have any more?
Yeah, I'm getting into cryptocurrency. So if y'all are
shout out to
learning
crypto,
stocks, bonds,
Bitcoin.
things like that, hit me. I'm trying to learn more about that. I was thinking about tapping into vending machines and things like that. So if you guys have any info on that, let me know.
Some property.
Eventually, I'm working on credit to buy a house. So realtors,
it's coming. It's coming.
That's about it.
Naciya.
Like how they say
Right at the same time.
Twins.
It's like almost same tempo too.
Right.
So I am a personal trainer. I just recently got certified for exercise corrective specialist, nutrition, and exercise recovery.
I can get back up to.
Yes, you can. I got you. I'm currently working on my strength and conditioning, and then I'm working on behavioral transformational. So if you guys need to get right, it's 2023. It's beginning of the year. You guys need that push. You need that motivation.
You got that Kanye workout plan.
Got the Kanye workout plan.
Shit.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and get the
I would say
right.
put that
Take
too.
the tongue side and do your crutches like this. And I'm gonna stop right there.
Stop, breathe.
But the new venture of that, I am working in person, face to face. I am trying to work on becoming an online fitness coach. So see Coach Watts in here.
You doing it?
Also, with that being said, I am also into cryptocurrency and stock market. I am trying to branch out and learn about the Airbnb. I may not be an entrepreneur like my best friend here, but I do believe in having several streams of income, and I'm trying to get 7. So
you are an entrepreneur. You have a business, personal trainer.
You're right.
That's
It's slowly developing.
So, and she makes some fire beads too.
Do you got one, Tyler?
I do make bracelets as well. Exquisite Beads. There is an Instagram for it. If you want to follow my personal page, it is PHIESTY1 Feisty1. And also, your girl is actually working on a poem book this year. So see me in August. It will be released.
Amen.
We're gonna throw a party for that.
I do poetry. Your girl spits words.
She does hosting too.
I do host as well.
Do you have a poem? I might play this. Anyways.
I'll tell you about how you spit right now.
I want to spit out of that.
Anyways.
Go ahead. Okay, since we do have the ladies on the show today, I would like to shout out my black-owned business today, Pretty Little Cha-Cha. Shout out to my homegirl, Naciya. Cha-cha, what's good?
What's good?
Bringing the New Year's together, so it's all love, it's family. I don't know her Instagram name. I'll make sure I try to put it on the screen. But it's Pretty Little Cha-Cha. Get the wax, the Brazilian. It's kind of cold right now, so I know sometimes y'all like to let it grow a little bit.
No, he did.
It's still ain't no parachute around here.
Different discussion because
it ain't a
never mind.
That's another discussion. That's for part 2.
Summer's coming up after y'all.
You want fur coats? That's what you asking for? Fur coats?
For the fur coats.
Patreon.
You want that strip.
But after you guys get done training with Naciya during the summer, and you want to get that little Brazilian wax or whatever y'all call that, hit a Pretty Little Cha-Cha.
Brazilian is better.
Oh,
he said
that's your own.
You reaching for
well,
it?
I don't know. I'm just, yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she do men. So sorry, fellas. You gotta do your own shit.
She might charge extra.
Yeah. She got a man too, so you know he might not like that.
Don't get
Shout out to my boy Rock.
Don't get hurt.
He will shoot your ass.
Remember, fellas, approach.
It will shoot.
The way you approach.
But yeah, that's my black-owned business. Tyler?
All right.
Yeah, y'all funny for that.
We do what we can. We do.
Anyways, a newly business that was actually starting to follow me. I have those kind of days of business starting to follow me. I don't know. It's called, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but I'm going to tell you how to find it. It's called Chevney's Kitchen. As CHEVADNEYS_kitchen. It says, who says you have to drive to LA to get some good eats? Chevney's Kitchen is bringing y'all the flavor with the international comfort food, tacos/wings. And I believe that is based in Ontario.
Hey,
that's where it is.
If you need some food testers,
you know what I'm saying?
We got you.
We got some foodies.
We can talk about a deal, trade for trade, personal training for a free meal.
And that's the business I want to shout out. And a special shout out to the creator's sister's friend who actually, she started the business in her coffee shop. I don't want to get that twisted, but if you go to Ontario or hit up that Instagram, you will get more info on the coffee star and the food. And I'm interested to try it as well. So that is our black businesses, you know what I'm saying? What's better than buying black out here?
Go support. Go support.
Go support it all.
Mm-hmm. Go support.
and if
And
you
support
sell
Star
plates,
Naciya.
talk to us. We
Yes,
would love
yes,
to
yes.
collab with you on trying
Feisty1,
your food.
PHIESTY1.
You heard it.
Now, I still want to get to, do you have a poem that you would like to share on this podcast? Because as a poet, I know you got some in your bag.
I got some in my phone.
I'm in my
It
bag.
depends. What y'all feeling? What y'all feeling?
Whatever you feel.
Whatever
Nah.
you feel.
Whatever you feel.
I couldn't let you leave without erasing me.
Wow, it is midnight.
Wow.
Shout out to
well, looks like it's a lot of editing to do, but it's all good. You know.
I got hours to go through. All right, money
Oh
long.
shit. There we go.
I read one that is my personal favorite.
Go ahead.
It's called Infatuation.
Let me get a little closer.
Memphis Bleak on him?
Oh, let me feel this.
Memphis Bleak on him?
You know, I don't want to fully explain it. I feel like a poem is self-explanatory.
Just talk your words.
So I'm just
Talk
going
your
to
shit.
talk my shit and speak my
floor.
truth.
You have the floor.
Now remember, she an artist and she's sensitive about her
real.
shit.
She real.
Now
okay?
keep in mind that I'm an artist
She
and
do
I'm
this.
sensitive about my
This
shit.
is not for fun.
I must say that I am deeply infatuated by you. Not love, too soon to call, but you do give the chills without the cold weather. Every time that I encounter you, you bring me the moon and let me shine like the stars. See, I've become comfortable building my solar system around you. You have been the main character in my series of dreams, and last night you gave me the Notebook grand finale. Your eyes gleam passion. Your hands displayed infatuation. Your lips sermonized secrets upon down my spine and spoke in tongues upon the divine. You see, I am yours, wanting you to be mine. May I ask you a question? Have you ever had something so good that you relive that moment for days? Something so decadent that it stays on replay. See, that is you. You leave my sheets soaking of rain, smelling like molasses and fruits, and the taste of you still lingers like vanilla and honeydew. And I wasn't trying to write a 4-page letter, but Aaliyah, I get it. This must have been the brother that makes you say forget it. Whatever you are willing to offer, I am with it. I lie down my temper and he chants prayers in it. My mind, body, and soul I am sharing, and now my eyes don't even match the smiles I'm wearing if he's not there. And that type of impact on me is rare. It's almost as if you were really true. No longer just a figment of my imagination, but that desirable temptation that has come true. See, that is you. This infatuation is no longer passion, but it is voodoo. I mean, you knew everything that was within me that I naturally grew from you, wanting to be irreplaceable, with a void in your mind and heart that only I could feel. I mean, you knew the deal. The sense of you wanting to be around me as much as I have yearned for you. See, that I could feel. And you live in my mind and take trips to my heart too. I just can't help but picture us doing what real couples do. You know, the random places, the food on faces. You say, here, taste this. But let's face it, you'll be out and about. And when that time does run out, let me enjoy this fantasy-like situation. Because, sweetheart, you are truly my infatuation.
Well, damn. I mean, I was asking a little bit, but shit.
She gave you the whole thing.
He gave you a course meal, baby.
Hold on. I gotta get the applause. Snaps if I had it. If I had the snaps.
We gotta get the snap sound bite.
All that shit. We gotta get the snaps on. You invented us.
Can y'all snap with your left hand? I can't do it.
Nah,
I'm a left-hander.
I can only do it with my right hand.
She just let off like just shit.
All right.
Just all the shit's on it. Well, damn. That just set that shit off just right.
Can we get some music though?
Oh, hold on.
Take us out.
I got it. Never mind. I got it.
That was good though, Nakai.
Thank you.
I was feeling that.
That was great. Did you? You was doing your poems of like the times where you remember open mic.
Yes.
Yes. You're right.
See,
I remember. I remember.
There was they had commencing poetic revelation CPR on campus.
Oh, shout out!
And then I was also in Jouissance of Expressions, was a nonprofit organization that was also off campus, but we did a lot of events that were nearby, especially when it came to Raquel's Jazz Lounge.
Shout out to that. But you was, I remember. I was like, wait, I was there.
That was fun. Those were fun times.
Yeah,
those were fun times.
Good times.
Inspired me listen to write a poem or two. You know, I feel like everybody. Well, I don't know about everybody, but I was 2008, 2009. So I was writing poems, tagging people in them on Facebook where you can tag people on your notes.
You used to write poetry, nigga.
Hell yeah, I can write.
Mike was big on that.
Mike Sessions. Please
shout out
say
to my
the
bro
sessions.
Mike. Shout out to
Mike Sesh, Mike Fresh.
Mike Sessions, what's up? What's up?
Shout out to my bro Mike. Hold on, let me
I feel like Mike always come up on this podcast.
He still got in his repertoire. Y'all don't know. He still got it.
Bring it back, Mike.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Let's do a duo.
No, bro. I do this too. I
gotta hear some shit.
I'm a very humble and quiet person, but I
gotta hear some Tyler poetry.
I am just as talented, just as.
I would like to hear some of that.
We should have a poetry session.
Yeah, maybe I hear it on Patreon. Y'all subscribe and then
I'll spit something else to y'all.
But to end this, you know what I'm saying? I just want to say like, it's an honor and a blessing to have y'all on. It was everything and more than I could have dreamed of on this pod. You know what I'm saying? It's we still up and coming and we're growing, but the fact that we have y'all support and I talk to y'all like, and I'm glad that our audience who doesn't know y'all get introduced to you and hope to follow you and y'all guys on your journey. Like, y'all are a blessing, and I like I said before, I ride or die for y'all. Like y'all have been a staple in my life.
To me because last year he was like acting like he was. He came to my house one day and I was like, "You my friend?" He said, "I am." I cried in the corner, y'all. I cried.
Why are you bringing up old shit? That's all.
Because it still affected me. It was trauma. It was trauma. I'm still healing from it. I had to do shadow work. I did cry in the car, and I was at home. Man. He was at my house, told me that I had to leave to the car.
Man, my grandma.
I don't remember 2000.
Said, man, my
but I digress. New year, new friendships.
New friendships.
I'm now ride or die. Gang.
She's like, I upgraded.
I promoted.
I'll still check on her. Like back then when I still used Like nothing has ever changed. And Star, we know what we did, so we ain't even got to talk. So like, yeah, it's yeah.
I'm only one call away, like she.
I'm only one call away.
That song go hard. That's my shit. But I would like to say thank you as well too, Naya. It's been a blessing to have you, Naciya, and you, Star, here. You know, getting to know you guys more is only confirmation of the people that you guys are, because I'm a person who goes off vibes, and you know, I've had good vibes with both of you guys from just hanging out. We be out in the streets and stuff, you know, living it up.
Minus that time we had fucked up service at the restaurant.
At that restaurant.
Who was that restaurant?
Like I said, yin and yang, dog. Yin and yang. We had horrible service. We're not getting served.
That's what
we wanted our chicken and waffles.
Was it yin and yang?
No, I'm saying hot cakes or something.
It was hot cakes and
chicken.
But what I'm saying, the whole environment was I was the yin, she was the yang. I went up there calm. I was like, excuse me, we need this, that, and the other. We didn't get it.
All right.
Maybe y'all will get this story.
I got that.
Baby mama went up there.
You know, shout out Hollywood. That's all. Shout out Hollywood. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say.
I got a free meal out the whole ordeal.
LA stand up. What's good, LA? But regardless, regardless though, I'm appreciative of y'all. I don't take it for granted. I'm thankful for y'all, and I hope we continue to grow this friendship and, you know, take it to wherever it's supposed to be.
Let's go, man.
You know, you got
take a toast after this.
It's God sent. It's God sent.
Call on me like Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
And again, this is a disclaimer. If you don't like it, you don't gotta listen. Hey, we speak our.
It's the grind show, baby.
It's the grind show. We appreciate it. We're gonna go out with a song that.
I know this is not my shit though.
Thanks for having us.
We're gonna feel this vibe all the way out.
Where my shot at?
All the shot glasses are near you. You gotta pour them.
We about to grind his hips and shit. He over there all in the seat.
Oh, damn. We almost done with it. Hey, thank y'all for this. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting. We hit 1,000 downloads.
We are 1,000 downloads.
Let's go. Let's go.
Keep the downloads.
Yeah, more. Keep them coming, baby. That's how we do it. 1,000 downloads. We appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate them love it, man. Like
we shouting up to y'all. We shouting up to y'all. 1,000 downloads. Damn, that's a lot of downloads. God
That's what's up. That's what's up. Keep supporting you guys. The grind show.
The grind show.
The grind show.
Because we stay on our grind.
All right. Today was a grind. Today was definitely a grind.
But we love y'all, man. Episode 28. We out.
I was up at 6 in the morning.
Cheers.
We
out though.
And I'm still going. And I'm drinking, baby. I'm drinking.
Killer.
I got that tequila.
Hey, shout out to the vibe of this song, Naciya.
I'ma definitely need a chaser, AJ. You know,
I love that song. That's a wedding song.
I'm not a shot.
One time for the one.
Shot o'clock.
Can you pass this to Tyler?
He's been putting me on to this Afro beats.
Banks, shout out Banks. Shout out to my LB. Hey, baby, Banks, baby. That's my boy. Shout out my boy.
Shout out.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait, don't do it yet.
Wait. Gotta open the ginger ale.
Yeah, because I gotta, get my life together. Y'all know I'm not a.
Hey, we gotta go back to LA though. Real talk. We gotta go back to LA.
We do.
Where the fuck was we at?
Downtown Hollywood.
Yeah, but shout out to Totes and Totes album.
Yeah,
Totes album
and his
release.
performance.
Stream his music right now.
Stream his music.
Let's go. Totes come out with more
Coop
shit.
Etiquette, yes. Coop Etiquette.
Yeah,
check that out. Totes.
Part 1, Part 2. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Peace and love, y'all.
Grind show. Peace and love, y'all.
Woo.
Woo.
Ooh. That's better than the shit I had before. Ooh. All right, turn this off, bro. Ooh, this shit hidden though.
More to my.
The grind show is already over.
You ain't gotta worry about a thing, girl.
Hey.
Happen every time you let me in, girl. I know you've been waiting for a king, girl.
Sir, I'm so disappointed because I think like this should be you right now at your stature.
Stay, baby, please.
Oh, that's the vibe. Yeah, this is the vibe for sure. I'm about to add this to my Afrobeat playlist.